Hello, chat. I apologize for the wait. Someone's computer was literally throwing so hard, but we're on now. We're on. we're actually gonna start D&Ding now. Welcome everyone. Welcome in. Yo. Welcome in, Parade DJ. Hello, hello. Just a reminder for anyone who is interested, we do still have those signups over on the Discord server if anyone's interested. So it is. I no one's signed up currently, so we do definitely have spots. If it is something you're looking forward to, go ahead and sign up. Otherwise, you don't have to. It's just there in case anyone does want to, since we pretty much consistently have had at least one or two people for the past several. It's been two people gone, so we've had very small party sizes, which has a little bit. It makes roleplay a little bit harder, and I always want roleplay to be good and well done. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see who signs up. And like I said, I think I said it last stream, but it's on the forum. You can sign up as a background character or an actual player character. A background character means that your character is in the world, but you will not be acting out what they're doing. But it can be kind of cool just to see your character get like a cameo here and there. And the idea is that they'll join the main cast's guild. That's the plan. So you'll be just an employee based on your class, and you'll be able to join them, maybe just as adventure. We'll see, we'll see. But it's just an idea I had, just so you guys can get involved, even if you don't like talking on stream, because I know that's kind of a thing that people don't really like, and I completely respect that, because I used to be that way too. I would not want to be on stream at all. I was like, I don't want my voice to be broadcasted. What do you mean? But no, we're all good now. We're gonna get started here very, very shortly. I apologize for the wait. I will be turning off the music, like I said, or like we normally do, and then I'll also be swapping over to our regular music that we normally use, just for D&D purposes, which it doesn't show up in the VODs simply for copyright reasons, but otherwise it does show up perfectly fine here. Welcome back from ad jail. DJ, I also saw, yes, you are the second gifter, right behind Iris at 11. And then I think we have like we had a 2 or 3-way tie for third place, or for second place technically. You're actually tied for first right now, DJ, for gifted, because you gave it to Ksop/Grim. So, well, yeah, you were surprised, yeah. I was literally like talking to Michael or Inferno, as some of you may know him, in VC just now, and I was like, we might have to turn this into a Minecraft stream if we can't get this figured out. Because I mean, I wouldn't want to turn on the stream and then send y'all away after like 30 minutes of waiting. That's just, it's not good. It's not a good look. It's not what you do. But we got everything figured out, so we won't be streaming Minecraft. I mean, I've been addicted to Minecraft recently, so I literally just so I just tested something earlier. Right before stream, I was figuring out how to set up an automatic tree farm using only magic, which originally I didn't think worked, but if I unclaim the area, it does work. I have to figure out the claim stuff, but for now I just unclaimed it to fix it. Because I'm trying to make an automatic mana farm, which it's working-ish. I'm like barely I'm like barely gaining a profit in terms of mana because of how much I'm spending. So I have to see if I can increase my production of mana somehow. But without further ado, we're gonna get this show started. We're gonna get this party started. I'm gonna undeafen, and then we're gonna go welcome in fellow players. I will not interact with the chat just like normal, but I will be able to message occasionally here and there, and then you guys will see the session going on as is. We may or may not have intermission. For the past several sessions, we haven't had intermission, but we'll see based on what's going on. So today we only have Gunnar and Milo, since we do have some problems with work and whatnot, but that should be only, like, today. As you guys have noticed, we did move it to Sunday just because someone has work every single Saturday, like during the summer and whatnot, and I didn't want to just have them miss every single D&D session unless they had to call off work, because work comes before D&D. You got to make that money to live, so. Alrighty, chat. Pause on the music, swap into D&D music. That is loud. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, chat. That was a little loud.
Mousetrap.
Hello.
You're a carrot on a stick. You're a carrot on the stick, 100%.
It is the time.
The time.
Have you ever had Jolly Rancher watermelon C4? It tastes like shit. It's terrible.
Good to know. Good to know. I
Don't
won't be
ever buy
having.
it.
I will not buy it. Good to know.
Do not. It tastes kind of like the actual Jolly Rancher itself, but the carbonation leads into the aftertaste, and it's like all aftertaste and like 5% taste.
Oh.
I.e., it's bad. So you want to recap, is what you want, right?
Yeah, give me the recap.
Okay, so we woke up at Zarek's. Zero, his fat ass bumminess is still asleep, so whatever. We decided to head out. Zarek wasn't there because he went to the guild to build. I checked his fridge because he has a fridge. This guy's a high society, and he had a bucket of soup still left. So I took that bucket, used an organic transmutation circle to like port it, and then I put the portable goods into my bag. And then we went to Serafel, tried to look for Gary. Gary wasn't there. Gary's the morgue guy if you need a recap on that. Then we went to fucking, oh my god, Iliak's shop. That's his name, and whatever. Talked for a minute, basically got nowhere, but figured out where they selling sending scrolls. We found sending scrolls in the main strip. Talked to the elf lady in Elvish, talking about business opportunities and moving her stand closer to the guild. She says, "Whatever, I'm not moving anything based off of the size, whatever." But it sounded like at the end of the day, like she considered it. Then we used the sending scroll, or I used the sending scroll to talk to Terra to tell him what happened and whatever, where to meet me. Yeah, obviously, and that it's getting more and more urgent, and also told him to be careful, because shit's heating up between the countries a little bit more. Rotation circle. I showed them the fucking sigil, diplomacy guild. Then we go to the diplomacy guild. We talk to Zalor. We get a little bit, I give them all the information over the last couple sessions in terms of, actually, he used via like a scrying pool to see what happened, and he saw the magic being used, so he knows that amount of information. He's not totally in the dark, but yeah. Illithis is our next venture. Zelor said, "Hey, dude, here you go." Hands us a sigil and tells us to go to pretty much Illithis because it's the one place he doesn't have any eyes on. And he says that the emblem that he handed us can be used as a very low key sending implement, a conduit to use sending straight to him, and also if it's broken to teleport straight to his manor in Incubus. And he said that we might as well go to the Heart, considering we're already going to go to the Heart to talk to Philip, to also catch the other guy, Akira, which, spoiler alert, that's going to be my secondary character that I'm going to be running dually alongside Milo, because I kind of want him to fuck off and actually do his research for a minute. Even though it's greedy to run more than one character, I'm kind of a fat fuck. But the plan is to go to the Heart and reach out to this Akira fella, and then see Philip, which is Gunner's child, one of his many children. Did you have 12 kids or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. There
That's just a
There
couple.
was a baby in the oven at all points in time during his period in Mistburn. Or because he's a hair folk, they just started flying out like the tomato gun,
That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
potato gun.
Usually triplets or quadruplets, bro.
Yeah, you
Boom,
got
boom,
you
boom,
got
boom, boom.
minimum of triplets.
That's fucked. But anyway,
That's fatherhood.
enough about the miracles of childbirth in the hair folk
Yes.
populations, and more on the game. Long story short, where we just left off, we were leaving the Diplomacy Guild on our jaunt over to the Heart, which, based on the map size, is going to be a longer walk than our walk to Aeonis.
It's gonna take a
I'm
hot
glad that I
minute.
brought food. I'm glad that I brought food.
Yeah, and there's mainly farms, and as you're coming out, if you guys do look at the map on the left-hand side, technically your guys is right.
Hellworth.
There are some tents before you get there. Those are a lot of traders that are just kind of set up. So those tents you see on the map, those are actual traders that are usually there. And even then, there is a small little tiny market as you go south, just by that intersection that you're about to get to, that split left or right. There's a little market right there. And then as you go down and get closer to the heart, there those bigger buildings out in the front. I'll ping them right now. Those are temples.
Noted. To
And
what god? Or to
the
what?
heart,
What?
or not the
The
heart,
heart.
the weave.
Nice.
Those are to the weave.
Hmm.
They're also,
assume.
if you take note of their size, they're roughly the size of Croton down here. Granted, Croton's rather small, but you get my
So,
point.
are there two of them? Are there two of them out of necessity that they need two of them, or are they two of them like the same way that there's like Catholicism, Roman Catholicism, and like Catholic, and like Baptists?
The same way a
Like,
small town has like
are
7
they
churches,
sects?
all with
Yeah,
different.
is it are there two? Is there two because I need that many per capita,
It's because I need that
or
many.
are there two? Okay, so it's because it's per capita.
Mhm.
No, no.
Some people
There
will
was like
travel to the heart just to come here to pray.
How devoted. Anyway,
I
I don't know about you, Gunner, but we're gonna stay on the road.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
the
no, we
plan.
might stop in a temple. We might stop in a temple.
It's up to you guys.
I think. No, I might stop in a temple because these guys like worship every day, and I want to know if any of them know a way to speak to the tree. Obviously, I know the only. Excuse me.
My goodness.
The only time that the tree speaks to you is during the trial. However, if we could be a little bit more proactive, I think that'd be good. I wish that we could treat the weave kind of like the dryad from Terraria. Your world is 70% fucked due to war. Maybe don't do that anymore. Instead of your world is 70% hollowed, you're totally fucked, and there's unicorns everywhere. I think it'd be nice to get a spreadsheet from the weave on how fucked we are.
Give me a spreadsheet for how fucked.
Yep. No. How just actually no shot. We have no shot of making it in the world. But yes, so we're on the road for now. I hope no rapscallion comes around, but then again, there are people posted in the heart that literally do anti-crime stuff. They're kind of like policemen.
Yeah.
But without the body cam footage. So they can do whatever they want.
And I gave you a brief
Break that law.
description to you privately about what Akira's doing, because that was a little bit more important. Philip, since Gunnar, you're gonna be playing Philip soon here. Philip is doing pretty much whatever you want him to be doing in the heart. I didn't need to give you any briefing because there's nothing that he really
Probably
needs.
getting in that bag. Probably getting in that bag, guys.
And upon character creation, you guys will keep however much gold that you had. That is how much gold your person has.
Okay.
Really?
Not between like Milo and Akira, but just like if Akira has X amount of money, then that's how much money to have.
No, I get that. I didn't think, oh boy, free money for a character that hasn't done the work. No, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Buddy. The world is cruel, and you'll get no handouts.
Alright, so where are you guys traveling?
So
where would you like to go first?
I don't know about you, Gunner. I'm gonna list my opinion. We shoot straight down the road, south, ditch, you gotta pass right, to the east, keep going down south, keep going, probably hit that first temple, and then go into the heart.
Yeah.
Because we on business. Because the longer we take, the more the engines of war rumble.
The more likely we are to
Get fucked.
Get disintegrated.
Yeah. I'm glad we're thinking relatively similarly on this matter.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to take no detours except for maybe the temple that I just want to stop into.
Do you guys remember what time it was?
Do I remember what time it was? Ooh, that's a good one. It's about midday.
Yeah, about midday.
Oh.
Which means that we're gonna get there like literally tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the walk. to get from where you are over to the heart.
It's okay. I have food. I have food, and I still
have
have that.
food.
And I still have that circle. I still have that circle of organic stuff, so I could make silverware out of like whatever if we need
Nice.
that, or we're animals and we just like eat out of it.
All right, so are you guys good to travel then?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we just traveling and
All
stuff.
right, I'm gonna have each of you roll 3d20s, please.
We're just gonna get killed, guys. It's over.
It's over. I'm glad you guys are introducing your new characters today. You might need them.
You'll need them. Yeah. Now one. Hello.
Hey, they slowly got better. 15, 11, and 9. Okay.
Slowly. They didn't
Okay.
slowly get better. It was terrible. Pretty good. Great.
I guess that's true, wasn't there? Was no progression there. It was just jumping.
No. It was
Mine just slowly
very
declined.
exponential.
Yeah, yours got worse.
Hey man, as long as you get to the finish line at the end of the day, don't matter what state you're in. What was that thing that Martin Luther King said? If you run, and if you can't run, walk, and if you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Yeah.
That's you guys right now.
Yep.
All right, so along your journey, you guys do notice that it looks like there may be a storm rolling in. So that's just something you may have to look out for.
Let's go.
And you can just kind of see it. You see some storm clouds in the distance. You don't know how bad it's going to be.
Is there shrubbery on like the side of the pathway?
Here and there, yeah.
I'm gonna go, if I may. I would like to step over off the side of the path, pull out my circle, transmutation of organic alchemy, and I would like to try to use alchemy to turn one of them shrubs into a organic umbrella. You know what I'm saying?
Go
Where
for
like
it.
the joints are made out of the shrubs, you know, actual things, and the leaves are the umbrella. Let's see. I'm
Oh!
gonna fucking try. All right. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay.
Zap's right in your face. Are you gonna try again? Or are you putting it away?
Nah, this thing sucks. I'm just gonna use stone shape to turn it into gravel and just like rub it into nothing and just let go of it. Well, that's that.
Yep. So the travel from where you guys are currently over to the temple takes roughly the walk from there to there, roughly 6 hours. So along your way, just as you guys do get to the temple, it does start to storm. Not bad. It's just starting to rain, and you can see that the storm clouds are upon you. Oh, Gunner died. Oh no! Oh. Milo, you're kind of lagging. You there? You there, Gunner? Hello? Fellas, don't leave me here.
What the hell?
Are we good?
Oh,
Dude,
We
there we
good?
go.
I lost all connection. What
Yeah,
was...
my shit broke too.
Well, we're back anyways. Must have been the wind.
No, but anyway.
So what I was saying is the travel from the diplomacy guild all the way down to the temple took roughly 6 hours, and just as you guys got to the temple, it started to rain, and you can see the storm is almost upon you.
The storm that is approaching, provoking black clouds and isolation. Okay, great. Let's enter the temple because it actually has a roof on it.
Yeah, so
Yep.
this is a very
my
large sacred grounds, has a large courtyard in the middle as well, and has very high roofs. You can see that it's about 4 stories high, with very ornate decorations across the entire place, with several religious statues here and there of mainly the weave or people who are related to the weave or world leaders as well, mainly those being the ones who are dedicated to the heart, such as Zalor.
If I may, Who are the ones that are related to the weave that are not leaders, if there are any?
Those just look to be protectors of the weave, because those are that is an occupation. It doesn't seem to
Are
be
there
anyone
names?
specific.
Okay,
No, there
no,
no
it's
names.
it's more like the general people who have taken up the
Yeah,
job. It's kind of like when you see like the statues of like patriots in America. They're like holding up the flag and shit. They don't actually have faces. They're just
exactly.
whatever. Okay, I get it. Is there some sort of minister or some people directing the folks?
No, it's more so
In
just everyone's going inside, and there are several areas where people are doing praying. There are several areas where people are. There is a shop inside to buy any religious stuff that they might need, such as like
Okay,
incense
so
or
okay, pal. All right, you over capitalist fuck. It's a place
hey,
of worship. Also, if you want to go to the gift shop for the rent, all right, all right, all
hey,
right.
you gotta pay for the place somehow.
Hmm. I thought our lovely tax dollars paid for the churches.
But yeah, no,
Oh, we're fucked.
there's not like a minister around here. It's mainly people just doing their own type of like individual prayer type of thing. So you see a lot of people who are burning incense or they're just on their knees praying. Some sit at large pews as they talk to one another.
How shitty does it look outside?
It looks like it's starting to rain, but not pour. And there's no you can hear thunder in the distance, but it's you don't see any lightning near you.
Well, Gunnar, I have a proposal. Either we wait out the rain if we want to not get wet at all, or we move to the heart before it gets bad, and we rendezvous with your son, Philip, before it gets real
Uh,
nasty.
how does it
Or we stay here.
how do the clouds look over the heart right now? Better or worse?
They look about the same.
Which way were the clouds moving? Like east, west, west,
West.
east, north, south?
West, so towards us. Okay. What about the
Okay.
clouds behind the heart, like past the heart?
You can't see over the massive tree.
Yeah, I
God
mean,
damn it! I'm
well,
gonna climb up that tree.
I need to see what's going on. No,
You'd
yeah,
probably get
but Gunnar, it looks
shanked.
like the ultimatum. Yeah, the ultimatum is we either go in the
Definitely.
rain or we stay here, and I guess we could try to tap into the weave, though I don't know how successful the people here are tapping into the weave. And if that ain't possible, then we're just gonna wait for rain here. So it's pretty much up to you, is what I was trying to say. The idea I had in mind is maybe being able to actually ask somebody who's a scholar to see if there's any way to reach the weave.
Yeah, we can talk to somebody.
No, it doesn't look like there's anybody here.
Oh,
I was
nobody.
basically asking you, either we could just fuck off and go about our day and try again on the way back.
Yeah, if if it doesn't look like anyone's here, then why bother?
Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too. So
Let's keep
basically,
it
we get
going.
into the threshold of the door, we look for a minister somewhere, see that everybody's just doing their own thing, like, oh, damn, yeah, these guys are all praying, but there's nobody here who's like the director of praying. So,
We don't got any prayer gods.
yeah, I guess we're gonna try to reach the gates and the threshold and get under the tree before the rain starts hitting. Ooh, ridiculously.
All right. So you guys managed to make it over to the gate. It takes you another hour to get there, though.
And in that time, how bad did the weather get?
Essentially, by the time you make it to the gate, it is pouring and the storm is upon you, and has been upon you
Oh
for the
damn.
past 10 minutes. So you guys have been in the thick of
Uh,
it for a little bit. So you guys are soaking wet, from head to toe, soaking wet. You make it to the gates, so you guys are covered. There is still some of the weather that does make it past the giant tree, dripping down or whatever, or blowing from side to side from
it's
outside
not
of the
nearly as
heart,
bad.
but for sure,
Yeah,
not bad
yeah.
at all.
It's a sort of shelter.
Mhm.
Um, if there's a plot outside the gate that is not magically guarded, I guess I'll collect a little bit, a couple discs for transmutation alchemy of dirt that is not hollowed or protected, if I
Okay.
may.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know the moment I get in here, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I want a stone shape to get heat so I can dry off in the open." And then the law is gonna descend upon me and be like, "Sir, are you trying to make a bomb?" No, just trying to. So I'm gonna make stone shape 5x5x5, so about 4 discs of 5x5x5, and because it's a 5x5x5 pouch, I can get 3 discs in there easy.
Okay. That works for me.
If I need to have them, I can. But yeah. Yeah. So I got 3 discs.
Well, you guys have made it to the heart. It's busy as ever.
We'll try to file through the gates, assumedly, without being very conspicuous.
The gates are very
Folks.
active, and the guards that are there don't seem to bother you.
Nice.
Wonderful. So where's this son of yours usually at?
Uh, he's somewhere like I think you go north for like 12, 12 blocks roughly, and then left 2, and then he's by like an alleyway. He just kind of hangs out in like a
I just
random
pause my
spot.
walking and let you get in the lead. Hey man, you know where he's at. I don't know where he's at. I'm also just looking for a random peacekeeper. Was he revealed to be a peacekeeper? No, he
Nope.
wasn't. I don't know what the fuck this guy does. I just know it's a guy named Akira.
I ain't got
That's
no
about all I know.
fucking clue.
And then he also has a sigil like yours.
Yeah, which means I'm not going to be patting people down.
All right, well, follow me.
You lead the way. Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna have you roll perception, please, or history.
Oh boy.
Character sheet.
Dude, we're going to get schizophrenic.
Uh,
Multiple
Yeah,
personality.
yeah, you guys are gonna have to act out both characters at the same time, talking to each other.
aha.
Oof. Alright, well,
No.
it's been a while since you were last at your little boy's place. So, his little stand, I guess you could call it, his location. So, you have trouble spotting him through all the people, especially with the flood in of people from the rain and whatnot coming in. It's very crowded right now. So, it takes you a while to even find an area that you think, the area that you somewhat recognize. So, this would be, if you said you were going 12 blocks north and then 2 blocks to the east, this would be like after you went 12 blocks north and you're kind of still searching. You guys just arrived where you would go east now, and you're kind of searching for him now.
You good?
Yeah, he moves around. I don't remember exactly where he's at.
Is there something you want me to look for? I mean, what's his shop look like?
He's just got like a cart with a bunch of potions all over it.
Like a some sort of peddler?
Yeah.
Could I maybe help the looking for this peddler's station?
Or perception.
Does he got any special text or anything like that that's on his thing,
Oh, no, it's just a sign that says best potions in the heart.
Damn. So either he's really, really confident or he's a liar.
Well, that sounds like him.
As Gar mentions this, Milo, you see over the crowd of people, you hear at first the sound of clinking of bottles, and it kind of draws your attention down the way, and you see this cart that has the sign that says "Best Potions in the Heart."
Damn, you weren't kidding. Hey, look over there. I'm gonna like grab him by the shoulder and like direct his body and point my finger. I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's my boy.
He looks to be on the move right now, not selling at the current moment, but people are taking a look at his wares as he does go by. And correct. Okay, so how is he functioning this? Is it drawn by something, or is he pulling this himself?
He's pushing it.
He's pulling or pushing?
Pushing. It's like a wheelbarrow.
Oh, okay,
Cart.
okay. Gotcha.
It's
Oh,
like the cart aspect of it is like a wheelbarrow, but it's like a stand, so you can't really see it. Besides, you
is it,
just see like the two
do you
handles
mean
sticking outside.
is it drawn from the front or is it from the back?
One of the sides, like
Oh damn,
he's
his
pushing it
setup is all
sideways.
fucked.
It looks
His
sideways.
setup's fucked. I was expecting it to
Yeah.
be one of those carts that like people in like the Asias used, where they would have like the entire bar in front of them, they'd lift it up and it'd be in front of them, and
That's what
they'd
I was
walk
thinking.
forward. Yeah, no, that's what I was
So
thinking.
he,
But
so
hey,
he,
man, if you had
yeah, yeah. I was mainly asking so you know what he's doing when you have to be him.
Yeah.
And for reference, just a heads up, I will next session have you guys swap out. I'm gonna swap out your nameplates on stream as well as your art with your new characters. Just for this session, I wanted to keep them as they are. So there may be a
Yeah.
small discrepancy since you'll be playing both today, but we'll get that figured out. Since both your characters are gonna kind of sit on the back burner, take care of the guild, supposedly, allegedly, if you will,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah, something like that. Or just bounce between the hot spots of activity.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, no, he's pedaling right towards you. Some people are taking a look at his wares as he's going by, and he seems to be trying to talk to some people, just making small talk as he's passing by, saying hello, whatnot. But he is heading your way.
Well, he's your kid.
All right. How close is he?
He's about a block down.
All right. Well, let's go meet him in between. Come on.
All right, so you guys start walking over there, and about halfway from when you guys started leaving, Philip does notice you, Gunner, and his smile lights up his face, and he starts pedaling a little bit faster towards you.
My boy.
He's gonna pull up and he's gonna stop, and then this is where you're gonna get complete control over him. So I'm not gonna control him anymore. It's all on you now.
Party time! Yes! I'm gonna quietly
Let me
sit
take a
back
sip of
and
my lemonade.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Pops. What's up? No, not much, Philly. Literally doing, about dying with this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
here.
Hey, man, we don't talk about that. I mean, we kind of do talk about that. Strange things, but, hey, Philip, have you seen any weird, void, like, portals? Weird abyssal, like, cracks in the
Yes, he has.
world? You have to open up?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so just think about that, but just with me and your pops here. Oh yeah. My name is Milo, by the way. I break the meaty conversation and put my hand out.
Which hand?
Nice to meet you.
Is it your gloved hand?
Yeah. I'm gonna reopen mine. The hand I extend.
Philip grasps his hand and shakes it.
Is it a firm handshake?
Yes.
Good.
Hmm.
How
Like
old
the
is he
dad
again?
one? Or
He's like 16, right?
Yeah, he's 16.
Yeah, which is an adult in Hairfolk.
Yeah, but he's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's a
How
lot younger.
tall is bro's hand?
Oh
Huh?
yeah, could you do a physical
Yeah, well,
description of what Philly looks like?
Oh yeah.
Philly cheesesteak.
If you do have a picture of him now, I can throw it up really quick. I can't remember if you do have a picture or not.
Do you want me to DM it to you?
Yeah, DM it to me, please. Actually, hold on. You might have already sent it to me.
I might have.
No, you didn't.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh.
There you go. There's a picture of my boy.
I see the resemblance.
Don't worry about it. trying to open your mind.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. So Gunner is 5'2", and his son Philip is 5 foot.
Hmm.
Gunner
Oh,
had
okay.
white hair.
I forgot that you were as short as you
Philip
were.
has dark gray.
I'll send it out as a
So Philip's
handout
just a
for
bit
you
smaller.
guys.
He's basically just a smaller version of his son.
Did you guys just get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Billy looks
Billy.
like. Billy.
Billy
He's,
Cheesesteak.
he's just a smaller version of his dad, and he's got gray hair.
Is that from his mom's side?
Yes,
Hmm.
she was like ash colored.
Hmm. So we got the best of both worlds.
Oh, wait,
Anyway.
hold on one sec, Dad. I got something to do. Hey, everybody! I got the best potions in town. Come here. Come on.
Roll a persuasion check, please, or a charisma check.
I'm gonna like lean over to I'm gonna lean over to Gunner and be like, is he doing this all the time?
Bang.
Gunner, does he do this voices all the time?
Yeah. Well, only when he's selling stuff.
Interesting. That's an interesting form of
Yeah,
practice.
I don't know. But
So as he kind of advertises, a few people stop on by, and they go ahead and try and purchase some of his things, and he hands them out, and he earns about 10 gold from that.
God, motherfucking damn!
You can update that in your character sheet.
I just did.
Yeah.
That goddamn banana, bitch! God, motherfucking damn!
All right. Anyways, what's going on here? What's going on?
Huh?
Sorry, I swap between accents all the time. I'm sorry.
What? No, no. Did he? Is he done selling
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's sold.
okay. So you met your son. Oh yeah, you were gonna talk to him about the guild, right? I mean,
Yeah. So, Philip,
okay, you sell him on that. That's all you.
I'm I nearly died. Not that long. Me and him nearly died recently. And I'm kind of getting old and kind of getting I don't really want to go adventuring much anymore. It's hurting. So I was wondering if you would want to kind of take my place in our guild. I'd still be there, but I'd just be off on the sideline doing some work and occasionally filling in if need be for you.
If I may.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, as I said, my name's Milo. I'm kind of the spokesperson and the landowner for the guild. We formed a party, Misfits Fortune, and we went to the trials less than, well, we're about, what? We go and steady about 2 weeks? Maybe? Not even? Damn. Yeah, anyway, time's been flying, but I'm throwing up a guild right outside my old home. And basically, he's our accountant, and recently, obviously, he had a run-in with almost the other side. We both did. And basically, he's saying that he wants to chill out, but he's trying to invite you to the guild if you're looking to do that. I mean, obviously, you've got a thing going on here, but you could also have a thing going on over there. You could peddle your goods over there. You can adventure, whatever. Have you completed the trial?
I did. Pretty recently, actually.
Say, was it the day with the sprouts and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so he must have been in a different. He must have been timed up different.
The thing with the
Did you guys
sprouts
leave
also
home about the same
lasts
time?
like months, by the way.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Lasts for
Guess I
about,
didn't narrow it
I
down.
believe it's a 3-month period.
So you're considered a bronze. Same as us.
Yep. I haven't gone out too much, like adventuring and stuff, but I've just been selling the stuff, getting some money.
Hey man, pushing a profit's always good, but it's just he wanted to extend you, obviously because he's your father, but also because, whatever. We need members for the guild. Your choice at the end of the day.
Well,
What you want
where
to do.
where are you guys located? Actually, I never visited.
Do you have a map,
Yes,
or would you have one
he does.
in
Yeah.
your stand? Since we're kind of off the road, I like to always ask people if they got a map. I'm gonna, point and tap the map. Right under here, the R&D guild, in between the fork in the road, towards Erdebayor. Same pathway that leads to Aonis, and then up to Mistburn, where you guys live, actually. That same strip, right there at the cross section in the forest there, not even a sixth of a mile, it's just right there.
All right. So, in between Ontridge and the R&D Guild, right?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, it's your call. Obviously, we have other business to attend to here, but uh, your dad here, Gunnar, wanted to see if you were interested, and also just rekindle and catch up. It's probably been a couple weeks.
Well, I'm honestly getting tired of selling to people in this town. It's getting kind of boring.
Hmm.
Most people are kind of disrespectful over here.
Really?
Ah, there's so many people that either they don't stop to even appreciate what I'm doing, or they try to take stuff, or
I
they
mean,
start picking a fight trying to claim my stuff is fake.
interesting. I mean, that might also be a security issue. Have you given thought to actually settling down in one place without a cart and
Too much money.
well, call it kind of an aggressive sales pitch, but you can set up shop in the guild with a space of your own to peddle your own goods in a safe place where security can be heightened, if you
Hmm.
wish. Because we're already getting a couple other business practices with other people that are helping us put the guild up, but also there's going to be
Now
various.
that's an offer.
Yeah. That way your shit doesn't get stolen. You can peddle your guild, your stuff. You have some sort of right to sales under obviously you're giving people consumables. It's not quite like a mess hall license. It's more like a doctor's write and swear under oath of malpractice. Do you got something like that? Something in writing.
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to sell this stuff.
Yeah, no, I was just hoping, because I think that's about the only that's the only thing that people could argue against you. So as long
Pop,
as you
he's
have
not
that,
a
then
pop. He's telling the truth, right? Yeah, he's telling the truth.
yep,
He's not lying.
I try not to. It's not good for business. But yeah, I'm trying to get business booming on that path from Ontridge up by the R&D Guild.
Hmm.
And your sales along with everything else, because I think that Ontridge is kind of a dying town, and if it just had a little bit more money flowing, not even in it but near it, its economy could be improved. More sales could come in, and that could come. I don't know if you're a money guy, but you said that you were trying to chase the bag here and the heart.
Yeah.
And I can get behind that. So you can get more money in your pocket from. I assume there's competition here in the heart, but you'd be
Yeah.
going out there where there's no competition. And
Well,
as long as we can improve the flow of traffic, you
yeah.
could get a lot of money.
Yeah. I've got some interesting stuff, so honestly, might be able to help you get the place on the map. I do sell some cool stuff. If you want to take a look,
The
I can give you
greatest
the first
potions
one
I've
free.
heard. Uh-huh. Free, huh? I like
Yeah.
free. Um, I'm gonna look at his wares.
What does Philip have?
Gunnar, you're. Yeah,
Don't mind me dying real quick.
that's cool.
One sec. All right, I'm good. There we go. So you are going to see some potions marked healing, swiftness, resilience, boldness, flight, transformation. And then you're going to see a couple bottles that are dark green and dark purple that look to be bubbling and they look scary
Like the
with
fluids within
no
them.
title on them. Yes, the fluids within them. And there's no nothing. Like they're just random potions with nothing marked on them.
Hey, Philip. I know I just like talked to you about malpractice, but what's in these unmarked bottles?
Oh, those are my those are my experiments.
Experiments. You
I'm
know,
I'm testing stuff out, seeing what I can make, and those aren't safe. That's why I don't have them marked for sale yet.
interesting. You know, I'm
One of
somewhat
them
of a
I'm pretty sure is straight acid. Just it'll corrode pretty much anything.
That's quite handy. Still, acid, you say?
Yeah, I have a lot of acid.
So you're a inquisitive and experimental type, yeah?
Yeah.
This is a little bit outside the gig, but if you want to join up our guilds, I have a workshop back home. I mean, as long as there's a gentleman's agreement, I also study some very occult, macabre things. But
Mm-hmm.
within the workshop, you'd be free to do whatever you want without, I don't know, some random passersby trying to steal your acid and accidentally poisoning themselves and trying to sue you or whatever have you and such.
Ah, okay.
Mm. But that's fine. Just throw the free potion on my tab. If you will, I'm not really looking for a potion right now. But thank you.
Sounds good.
I assume I wasn't able to glean much of anything from the very
That's for me.
small and meek 7.
No, you weren't. You pretty much cleaned the fact that he's excited to see his dad again.
Yeah.
What was that D6 for?
Potion thing.
What potion thing?
For his random potion of the day.
I have like my experimental elixir thing, and yeah.
So you make potions. You an intellectual in any other sort of fields?
Well, I know 3 languages.
Interesting. Those being
I speak obviously Hair Folk. Well, technically 4: Hair Folk, Common, Elvish, and Draconic.
Draconic. Draconic. You didn't tell me your boy knew Draconic.
I honestly didn't know. It's not it's I knew he spoke Elvish, but like he's learning stuff a lot. He's smarter than me half the time.
Say, Philip, where'd you learn Draconic from? Who taught you that?
Honestly, I've just been around the heart. There's a bunch of there's a lot of well, I mean, first of all, I started up in Mistburn, kind of went and came down, went through Jonas, kind of went through their library and learned Elvish for a while so I could, understand what was in the books. And
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know
came
Elvish as
through.
well.
I've just been learning. I've just been going through a bunch of bunch of libraries, meeting
So
a
you're
bunch
a
of people.
talented learner type.
I'd like to think so.
That's what you're saying. That's good.
My Draconic might be, bad, but I at least can pick up on most things.
Well, I might
At
have
least I think so.
go back to the Aonis library to see if I can get something that you might be able to read more towards the, unrecounted timelines.
What do you
Or
need to know
basically
Draconic
literal.
for?
Well, Gunnar, I'm assuming you haven't, posted him or brought him any letters about the fucking straight up conspiracies we've been drawn into.
No. I mean, it's only been like 2 weeks, so I haven't really.
Well, Philip, the only caveat to us creating a guild is we managed to get our party together and get the guild up right in between high tensions with a borderline war, new magic system from Eliphis, and a Zadrosian leader who wants to, be a poser, and also Dragon Elder Council that helps put this tree up above us, and yeah, and kind of we saw him in the trial, one of them. So I was going to see if any sort of draconic would be useful. I know that sounds kind of like a stretch, but
Yeah.
I'll let
Yeah.
Gunner vouch for me. He's
Yeah. Yeah. We believe that Vadric either wants us dead or he wants us to. Or actually, we think Vadric wants us for nefarious reasons.
Yeah, I don't know. Basically,
What?
there's a conspiracy going on, and draconic is useful to reach a group of people that we need to reach.
What? Vadric?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
leader of our what?
Yes, Zudrosia. His reach extends out of Eliphis, of course, but whatever. We're speaking a lot of borderline.
All right, pops. I didn't know. I didn't know you were such a dangerous man. Well, you've been cracking too many backs. Uh, all right, Philip. Calm down. All right.
I doubt it's due to his
Yeah.
occupation. It's just poor luck. Poor luck. But it also can be seen as a boat of good luck, a good boon in a sense, because we're at the center of it all. Assuming we don't get murdered, or the guild doesn't get toppled over to some sort of worldwide conflict that'll emerge. It's a very good way to advertise for free. We have a lot of acquaintances already that could be good political partners for various different reasons. So, I mean, I think it's useful.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good opportunity. I might, I think I'll take it and come with you guys.
What's that?
I'm not doing too much here anymore, honestly.
One thing, Philip, you wouldn't happen to know anybody by the name of Akira? An associate of ours said that you may know him.
Yeah, I do actually. Wait, what do you need with him?
An associate of ours, not here to name drop and try to get some
You're gonna see
eavesdroppers
Philip
on us.
looking around onto the roofs of buildings, like
Bro,
looking.
brother is not Batman. Brother is not Batman, dude. He's just gonna fucking pop out of the shadows. I am goodness.
You're just gonna see him looking around,
No.
just in everywhere, in alleys and just anywhere.
An associate, his mentor, asked or told us that he's on a very similar assignment. We've also been tasked to try to get into Eliphis, so that's not for a conversation for out here in public.
Well,
we're also looking to topple a dungeon when we got back over Zadrosia's side of the pond.
If he's around here, I think I know how to get him. Dad, can you do me a favor? Take this. You see this potion right here? I want you to grab this and start running. Okay. You're going to see Gunner full sprint, swipe a potion, and continue sprinting down the street.
I'm gonna immediately lean in towards Philip. Hey, I got told that he's a very physical individual that may do a lot of things. I might want that healing potion of yours. I got told that he's a very rough individual. Efficient, but rough. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna grab a healing potion off of the rack, and I'm going to shuffle into the crowd towards where he's running.
Yep.
At this moment, someone's actually going to come up to Philip's stand, and they're going to try and do business with him. Hey, little bunny, you selling potions out here?
Yeah. What do you want?
Well, I see you just gave 2 off for free. I want what they got.
Nah, one of them's my dad. The other one, I offered it to him.
Oh, so you're
You,
saying
though,
I'm
I
not
don't
good
know
enough for a free potion?
Oh boy.
No,
here we
no.
go.
I don't know
Uh-oh.
you. I need to know if you're gonna be worth it.
Yeah. How much is one of those? He points to a healing potion. This is an orc, by the way.
Oh, it's an orc.
Mhm.
You know, I don't see too many orcs around here, so it's usually 4 gold. I'll give it to you for 3.
You know, I would call that racially motivated, but it's in my favor, so I could care less.
Yeah, no, the way you fucking said that. I don't normally see your kind around here. I'm gonna give it to you for less. Yeah, I'm really gonna.
Just so you know, he has really bad charisma. If you couldn't tell, that's
That's I honestly
fucking
love the
ass.
fact that he's a market man, he's a merchant, and with terrible charisma. He has what, 1 charisma?
yeah.
That is
Your
awesome.
kind. I haven't seen your kind around here. I'll give it to you for.
Oh, that's
less.
crazy. But he digs in
That's
this
fucking
kind of
crazy.
stitched together leather pouch he has and pulls out 3 gold coins and he puts them on the table and he holds out his hand for the potion.
Hand it to him.
He takes it and quickly pockets it before breaking into a brisk walk in the same direction as your buddies.
Did he drop the coins?
No, they're on the desk.
Or okay, thank you. I just had to make sure.
Are you?
No,
Are you?
he holds the 3 coins in his hands. Psych,
are
idiot.
And then starts walking away.
you pocketing them? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. When you pick
I'm
them up
going
in
to-
your hand, they melt into the gold mush.
So he's a tall orc, correct? Like he's pretty tall, right, compared to
He's
everybody
Oh
else
yeah,
we
average.
we're
have.
gonna start labeling. Let's go. Let's go.
He's like average
It's up-
height. He's like 5'8".
Miles.
Do I still see him?
You can roll perception.
All right, let's take a look here. Right there.
Oh,
Everything you're doing.
yeah. You see his
Stop
head bobbing
Spider-Man.
across the way. He's about 2 blocks down. He's
right.
broken into a run at this point. Not a sprint, but he's running.
All right, I'm going to start sprinting, and I'm going to yell at the top of my lungs.
So-
Sorry, sorry, what'd you say? You peeked and then it was
You
just fucking face.
out.
I got some of it though. That was great.
Thief, get that orc as loud as possible.
Oh, Miles! Stop everything you're doing right now and stop Spider-Man. Him. Miles.
Okay, so Gunnar and Milo, you both hear this scream from behind you, and you definitely recognize it as your son, and you clearly hear what he says, as he does have quite the loud voice from yelling all day. So you hear what he's saying, and then you see this orc sprint past you guys with a potion in his back, and it appears that he has these sort of boots on, these magical boots, that are making him run quite fast.
Okay, that's cool, but is he looking at his feet? Is
No.
he looking at his feet?
No.
I'm gonna put my finger at the ground in front of him and like make a line. You know, like those speed bumps. You know those speed bumps that they have for cars.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Only make him a couple extra inches taller and like spread them out like every 4 inches instead for each stride. At the start of one of his strides. And I'm just gonna use stone shape and raise them.
You may attempt to do so.
I don't know. Do I have to do dex to
Mhm.
stay in line with
Dex
his
and then
schniz?
roll the circle.
No, not circle,
no.
stone shape.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like, you know, like speed bumps on like
Mhm.
the towards stop signs. Yeah, I'm just using stone shape to raise those. It's more about getting there in time. Let's
Roll
see,
dex save,
Dex,
please.
right Dex.
Not that.
Did I roll the
Not
right
dex
person?
save. Just roll regular dex.
Yeah,
16. All right.
moderate.
So you quickly place your hands on the ground to, or how are you stone shaping?
I point at the ground
Uh-huh.
like Magneto, or not like Magneto. Fucking Syndrome from
Yeah.
The Incredibles. I just point, and then I do like I turn my wrist over under like the inside of my forearm, and I just spike my wrist up with my pointer finger up in the air to pop the stone up.
As you do so, you notice these runes appear on the stone floor beneath you guys, and it kind of fizzles out as the guy continues sprinting down through the crowd.
Fuck, forgot they
all right.
hey, you're a good runner. Yeah, you know, fuck it, I got legs. Hey, let's run after him. You know, just really
All
just
right.
give chase.
Gunner is going to activate Step of the Wind, and he is going to start flying down the street
I
at
was acting like my leg
like
was still fucked
60
up.
speed.
Wait, how much speed do I have these days? Oh, wait, how fast are you, Gunner?
55.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna keep pace. I'm gonna use dash
Okay.
if I may.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go from
Yeah.
50 because of my changes to myself. I'm gonna go from 50 to 100 feet. I'm going. I'm gonna get
Holy-
there. In the words of Hercules from that Disney, I don't care how far, I will go the distance. You know, I'm gonna go there.
So no matter how
If I
fast
can
you
be
guys are
strong.
going, you can't seem to catch up to this guy, but you guys are close to him now. You're roughly about 25 feet behind him, which is the closest you've been, but he's been knocking people over, whereas you guys haven't been able to knock people over as much as he has due to his large structure, his
Is he an
physique.
asshole?
That too.
He's an asshole.
yeah.
He's just mean.
So
Yeah,
he
get
quickly
away.
dives between the people in the crowd after shoving them aside and dives into one of the alleyways to the right, out
Uh,
of your view.
can I? Are we still keeping pace? Like
You
obviously.
were roughly
Uh,
25 feet behind him, so
okay, okay. Wait, I've never tried this before. Huh. Yeah. I'm going, if I may, I would like to try to use the sprinting speed that I have to leap above the crowd, like right above head level,
mhm,
and use my shoes, my boots,
mhm.
to stay in the air and spring off at the same height as where I stepped off a wall, if that makes sense, off a like a air wall at the same height. I'm saying like in a
No, I get you.
hypothetical, at the same altitude, it's just 90 degrees.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
trying to launch
I'm gonna
yourself.
see if I can get a step. Yeah, I'm gonna like jump into the alleyway. I'm gonna go get his ass. I'm gonna touch him. That's what we're gonna do.
Could you roll
That's the
acrobatics?
goal. Let's fucking go! I've been waiting all day to see an acrobatics roll. The same as my deck.
All right, so you're
16.
sprinting and you leap up into the air and you feel the air become solid beneath your feet as your shoes light up and like Skechers, and you launch
Let's
yourself
go!
down the alleyway, but not before you see another man.
Another man.
Another man.
Oh
This
my!
is your other
I'm
boy.
Batman.
This is your other
I'm
boy.
Justice. Joker. Joker.
So
It's just
this orc has been stopped by Akira. Is who this is. And by the time you get into the alleyway, they've been in a scuffle just for a mere moment, but the orc is kind of backing away from him already.
I heard somebody yell thief, and from the way you're running, with the shoes you're wearing, I can only assume that you're the thief. This is Akira speaking.
Mhm.
In a monotone voice. Oh, may I describe this? Is this a time to describe the
Yes, it
character?
is.
I do have a picture. If you want to, can you pull it from where it is?
Where's it at?
It's like in his. It's on him.
Oh, I can just show it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's on him. Um,
This
the
is kind
character's whole
of
deal is he's got a.
yeah. This is kind of what he looks like. Except the RPD is changed.
Yes, because I was trying to channel some vibes of if you guys know Leon S. Kennedy, he's not a pretty boy. This guy's not a pretty boy, but the same kind of uniform, like a police
Mm-hmm.
esque thing, right? As seen, right? So he's got gray hair, kind of just black colored irises. He's just got a deadpan face. He looks more like a mannequin than a person. He's kind of pale. He's just basically got a deadpan expression, and he speaks in a monotone voice. Obviously, he said that he can only attest and assume that bro's a thief because of the way he was running and pushing folks over.
So for reference, this guy
So
dove
for
into the alleyway, and Akira just laid into him with a punch.
oh, damn. So on tops of well, you're disturbing the peace, and
Hey,
you
look, I was
sold.
I was sold this potion fair and square. He just doesn't like the deal he's giving me.
Was Akira like keen onto this conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, or like, did he at least see this exchange?
Mm-hmm.
Like down to like the bullshit that took place.
He did.
Damn. I don't know where the fuck this guy was. Was he in a goddamn coffee shop on the side, just like staring at it? He was just like, the carrot and the stick. It looks like we've got customers. Somebody's gonna get their ass kicked at this point. No. Well, regardless, you disturbed the peace many, many times, tossing people onto the floor. I don't think that excuse is gonna hold up in court. So you can come with me, or I'm gonna have to bring you. This is just the way it goes. If you don't want to, come quietly, then we can do this the hard way. But I don't really want to do it the hard way, and I don't think you really want me to do it the hard way. So
We can do it the hard way if that's what you really want. And he's gonna pull out begin to pull out a hammer from his back pocket.
guys, look, ROE, rights of engagement. He's reaching. He's reaching. My body cam's off. Can I expend one of my superiority die?
You may.
I'm gonna quick toss one of my knives at his hand.
Alright, could you throw that?
So superiority die. Let's see. I've never actually used Battle Master before. Let's see. Save and exit down here. It would be bring that one down. Superiority die used. Maneuvers. Quick toss. As a bonus action, you can expend one superiority die to make a range attack with the weapon. It's your own property. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna do this. Hello? Hello?
Maybe.
How do you do things? How do you do things these days? Oh, I see. Like this. Boom.
Yeah. Where were you?
Holy
Where were you
shit!
aiming? Like at his hand, directly
Yeah,
at his
like
hand.
so he's reaching. So like I assume he's reaching with his dominant hand, which is most likely his right hand.
Yes.
Yeah, I threw it at his hand to try to run my dagger right through his hand, just like a whip through his hand.
By the way, Philip's on his way. He's
Yeah.
coming in. Eventually.
The dagger embeds itself in the back of this guy's hand, and he lets out a scream as he gets hit with this, and he starts turning his back to you and sprinting the other way, which would then be towards Milo and Gunnar.
How fast is he running these days? Are his boots even letting up?
Not right now, no.
How close was he to me?
He was about 15 feet from you, so he's about the same right now.
Dude, I'm gonna close into 5 feet if I can, to move with him, and I'm gonna try to grapple him. If not, then you have access to both our characters at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get in the way. As Milo, as Akira chases him, to try to lessen his options of escape.
He's running towards you, and rather than trying to pull out his the dagger in his hand or pull out the hammer again, he looks like he's just gonna try and barrel through you.
Yeah, that's cool. I have 2 good legs as Milo, and Akira's hungry for justice.
He's hungry.
So it's up to you. Whatever you want to do, Gunner. Those are my actions. Actually, wait. Since it's technically turnless fight, it's a turnless engagement.
Correct.
As Milo, I'm gonna hold my action to just touch him with my left arm, the moment he comes anywhere near.
All right, what about you, Gunner?
With
So how far away is he roughly from Gunner?
Probably 20 feet.
20 feet? Oh, I can get there quick. In the blink.
yeah,
of an
and he's
eye.
running. He wants to like smash through me, so I mean like I'm listening. How wide is this alleyway?
How wide is it? It's about 20 feet wide.
Oh, okay, so he could run around.
Yeah, you could.
I'm just looking. I'm looking 5 feet to the right, 5 feet left if he comes anywhere near me. Basically,
Mhm.
All
right?
when-
It's
when-
just like attack of
yeah.
opportunity.
When Gunner sees the orc, he's going to wait until he has a straight shot towards him, and he doesn't want to see like a child in between him and the orc. And as soon as he gets an opening, he's gonna get into like a runner's stance and jump forward with his foot aimed right at the orc's groin.
Oh my.
He's trying to hit the off switch.
He's going to try to slam his foot into the orc's groin, bounce off of him, then turn his body from off the bounce and
Yusugi direct shot. Hello.
wham! Oh, like bounce off off the bounce. His foot's gonna come up and across the face, and he's gonna land and then punch. Is what he wants to do, but he might just eat shit.
Well, currently,
Ooh. I'll roll these if you need.
Milo is in the way.
Oh,
Because he said he was standing in the way.
You want to?
yeah.
Or I'm not moving at all. So I mean, like, if he's gonna try to break the distance between me and him and cut the distance, I mean, it's cool.
Mhm.
If I was 20 feet from him and I would have been.
I'm sitting and waiting.
Okay.
Because he's running our direction, correct? He's not running the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, because
Yeah, I'm sitting and waiting for any
it's
open
a two-way alley.
open option.
Yep.
But when it is time,
All right. You're going to see the orc looks like he's trying to run towards you and barrel through you, Milo. But towards the last seconds of him doing so, he makes a sharp right turn towards the wall, and he starts sprinting up the wall as his boots light up once more. And he starts moving fast up this wall. He's going about 50 feet a second up this wall.
Damn.
This guy's trying so fucking hard to get the bag, brother. This is all over a fucking healing potion. I just want you to know this. This is all
Philip, what did he steal? Why?
a healing potion, bro.
It's
not even
just
that
a
big
healing
of a fucking-
potion. It's just a healing potion. What?
Dude,
Oh my
he's got
God.
the best potions. He's got the best potions apparently in the heart. This guy's fucking like losing his shit, bro. He only is gonna get like 2d8
God damn.
healing.
All right. I'm gonna jump up as high as possible. I'm gonna try to get up onto that fucking
I don't
roof.
really have. How far up is he?
You cannot jump to the roof.
Oh yeah, I'm not jumping from the floor to the roof. Like, if there's any like balconies or any like
Grippable surfaces.
windows where I can hold and then get another jump off of.
He's trying to do the Mario.
Yeah.
So there's no place nearby. You would have to do a wall jump and grapple onto a like ledge or something.
Yep.
Yeah, like a parkour jump straight up off the wall, grab onto like a windowsill, and then continue it.
Hold
is what I
on.
would
How
like to
far
try.
up the fucking wall has he gotten
Yeah,
when he
how
turns?
high?
To my left, how far up the wall as Milo has he gotten from Milo? And then I could just do the math for Akira.
So from Milo, he's about 30 feet.
Milo's about 30. Like up?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's doing the Spider-Man.
he's just running up the wall.
Like straight up the wall. Like that's
Yes.
the Spider-Man. That's the Spider-Man in question.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on a second. Go to Akira. I've got something for that. He starts running up the wall. He starts running up the wall. That's cool. I'm gonna start. Akira's gonna start running straight up the wall. Let's see. I don't got boots for this though. Cupcakes gonna have extra 15%. Half movement. I'm 30. 0 plus 0 is still 0. Let's just say it's a 1. Yeah, I can upcast the amplify movement. Oh, okay. Because the folks haven't seen this, I'll put it here. I made a cantrip that allows me to Titanfall. Not double jump, just wall running cool stuff like BO3. Sheer / vertical surfaces. So, this guy's using boots to do this. I'm going to use a cantrip, maintain concentration, and I'm going to follow him straight up the wall. Considering that I was following relatively closely behind him. Because he was 25 feet from me.
Alrighty. Now he is going faster than you, but you still are able to scale this wall.
Yep. That's fine.
Gunnar, are you trying to go up this wall too?
Yep. Gonna be doing like parkour to get up.
Actually, let's see. Concentration. Bonus action. I have a bonus action still open. Can I make a insight as into what he's doing?
You may.
Using the Inquisitive Rogue feature?
You may. What does that entail for the audience?
Hold on, I've got a lot. Insightful fighting. At 3rd level, you have the ability to decipher an opponent's tactics and develop a counter to them. As a bonus action, you make a wisdom insight. You know, I'm just going to throw it in here too, for the folks who want to read it. To a creature that I can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by its charisma check to decipher what it's doing. So
Charisma,
I'm gonna do that.
Charisma what? Deception?
Deception.
I
Yeah,
figured.
he's gonna try to deceive me.
Let's see.
This guy's an orc. He's dumb as fuck. He cannot make up witty commentary.
Oh,
and
I'm
try
sorry,
to fool me.
guys. I'm using my low rolling die. My bad, guys.
I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna end this life. It's over.
So he clearly looks like he's just gonna try and keep running and going up to the roof. That's clearly he's clearly just trying to get to the roof.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue Spider-Manning. Even though I'm not faster than him, don't matter.
I'm gonna roll acrobatics,
wait.
please.
Oh yeah.
All right, sounds good. By the way,
Milo's gonna try to move from the
how
building.
close is Philip to the action currently?
He's probably just unfortunate net one.
With the +7 modifier.
I know. Philip probably would be getting to the action, but he's not in the alleyway just yet.
What's Bro's power level, by the
Is
way?
he within 60 feet?
What's Bro's power level?
Vegeta, what's his power level?
Would you like to explain what you're doing for that as well?
Well, Akira's magical item, which allows him to maintain peace. Or you can see it as 2 ways. If you're a 7 Deadly Sins enjoyer, think like the reader that Hawk gets, that allows him to understand the power level and potential of one by looking at them. Or if you're a DBZ fan, think a Scouter to assign a power level to people. Regular people have around 1,000, which means they're fucking terrible! And people like Zeller have like 25,000, which means that they are very good at fighting. I'm trying to see that what this chump is capable of.
Alright, so what this looks like to you, Akira, is you look at it and you kind of focus on this guy with the intent to read his power level, and right above his head you'll see like these numbers climbing and climbing. And it climbs up to just about 1750. And it stabilizes there. So his power level is 1750.
He's a joke. He's a joke. He's a joke.
He's a joke.
Man, I should have just grabbed him. I should have just grabbed him at first we met. I could have ended this fight already. I shouldn't have even gone for the throw. I should have just gone for a straight fucking grapple. On an orc. I don't care.
Alright, Gunnar, so you're gonna try and jump off the wall and grab onto something, right? Alright, so you successfully jump up and you climb up this wall and push off of it to jump and grab a ledge. The ledge you grab, unfortunately, happens to be a little old, and the wooden piece you grabbed onto falls out from underneath your weight, and you fall back down.
Oh.
Philip
Gunnar,
arrives
just
just in time to see you sitting there.
Just let's go around the side of the building.
Yeah.
Well, just as you guys, just as Milo says that, you'll see that the orc up front or up top starts screaming for some reason, and you notice that his shoes seem to have deactivated mid-travel. So he
Oh,
loses
damn.
traction and starts falling down the middle of this alleyway.
Dude, this is it. This is the time. This is the time. Only instead of being like Spider-Man saving Mary Jane, I'm gonna catch him and bring him to the floor. Dude. Yeah, no, as Akira, if I may, I would
Mhm.
like to make an attempt to hit him with the Rock Lee
Oh
fucking Flying
no,
Lotus.
not the flying lotus.
For those who don't know, I'm climbing up the wall. As he's coming down to my level, I'm gonna jump off the wall, propel myself backwards, try to grab his backside, and get him into like a full Nelson headlock, and spin towards the ground, turning his head into a drill bit. We're gonna fucking kill him. No, he's not gonna get killed. I've got spare the dying. It's all right.
Could you roll acrobatics?
Let's fucking go! Yeah, I can do that.
Not one.
No,
Hmm.
I only roll high. And this guy's like actually shitting himself, and also he cannot dodge. He's in midair. That's like a classic niche, or like that's a classic like anime quote. There's no way he dodges in midair, and then he does.
This guy's not him.
No, this
Don't
guy's
worry. This guy's not him.
No, dude, he's 1750, bro. He's like only 750 potential
Mhm.
from your average Joe, aka a person who's not completed the trial, aka somebody who can't use magic really at all.
Exactly. Okay, so as this orc is falling down, he's screaming. He's trying to grab the knife out of his hand while he's falling as well, maybe to use it as a grab, like shove it into the wall or something. But before you can even do that, Akira, you jump off the wall using your cantrip that you just grabbed, Amplify Movement. So you jump off the wall since you had traction, and you grab this guy and you get him in that full Nelson, and you start spiraling towards the ground. And when you hit the ground, you hear bones crack instantaneously as you land, and he's unconscious on the ground completely, and he's bleeding.
Do I got any sort of fastener on me? Like some police that break into buildings have like zippy ties or cuffs or something based off of my job?
I would say you could have some
Not that
type
I'm
of
gonna
like
need them.
rope or something.
That works. Time
But yeah, I know
buy
he's
rope.
laid out. He's laid out.
Yeah, I'm gonna Akira. This is literally business as usual. Here's the crack. Gets up off the ground, puts him into the recovery position, hits him with Spare the Dying, and wraps him up. Wraps up his arms and legs and hog ties him.
For reference,
Man,
for those of you
good.
who aren't entirely sure what Spare the Dying does, it essentially barely heals an individual just enough to keep them alive, and that's about it. So, like, if someone's arm were to get cut off and someone used Spare the Dying, it would not regrow their arm, it would just close the wound if it's able to.
Yeah, which I just dropped him on his fucking head, which means his neck's probably snapped, which means that if he wakes up, he's probably paralyzed from like the neck down. Probably that, or he's just dead. But his name is Spare the Dying, so he can't die.
Yeah.
You can get away with a lot with Spare the Dying. Now, if it's ridiculous and he's actually mutilated as fuck, and he like looks like the picture of like the top, the bottom half of Gojo, I don't think I can fix. I can't fix that. I probably can't fix that.
Mhm.
But his neck's broken, probably, but he's gonna be okay. And now he's hog-tied. I'm gonna search his person.
You will find the hammer that he was looking for. You find a pouch with what appears to be more fake gold of sorts, as well as his also a coin pouch that has about 5 coins in it right now, 5 gold coins, and there's also the potion that he stole.
I'm going to set the potion on the floor of the alleyway, and I'm going to not quite strip the person, because that's a little bit like not legal, but I will contain evidence His boots, I'm taking them off and putting them on the ground in the crime scene. I'm taking his pouch of counterfeited money and I'm setting it next to his regular pouch of actual money.
You notice that when you take off the
Hammer.
boots from this person, his power level goes down to 2050. Or not 2050, 1250.
This guy's a joke. Let's see, what else? I'm going to inspect his hammer. Or I'm going to remove his hammer from his person.
Yeah, this hammer just looks like a one-handed hammer used for, like, hammering in nails.
Hammering nails. Yeah, so he's just a joke. I'm laying out everything on the floor, and I'm going to remove my knife from his hands and place my hand on his now hole in his hand to try to close that up. And I'm laying them out. And do I have some sort of contact to get, quote unquote forensics in here? The people to, declare this crime done?
Yeah, I would say you do. I'd say you have like some sort of sending scroll, but it's only usable for them and has multiple uses.
It's like a or like a quick button,
Pretty much.
like panic button type deal. Like the people at the banks probably have something similar.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stand up straight after I've laid out the belongings on the floor and look towards the folks. Philip is the only one I know. Thank you for helping me with this. I'll consider this a citizen's arrest, and you guys are not bound under any crime. Just trying to assist.
Sounds
Philip,
good, man.
I look towards obviously the two hair folk instead of just one. Is this man by any chance related to you?
Yeah, that's my father.
I'll pipe up in with Milo. Yeah, I, I have accompanied his father here today to look into obviously getting him into the guild and such, considering he's one part of the family and so on and so forth. Ah, I see. Going back to Akira. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Uh, Philip, do you want your potion back, I assume? Here it is.
Oh, thanks.
I'll just include it within the paperwork. Obviously, I've been using you as a carrot and stick approach for a lot of petty thieves, and this guy's obviously been marked under quite a few crimes, really. Obviously, failure to cooperate and just be arrested and incarcerated. Obviously, he's a counterfeiter.
Could you guys roll
Stealing
perception?
thievery.
Everyone except Akira.
Hold on, that's with Akira. Ooh, managing step, always.
I'm gonna count that
Like
as an
father, like
18
son.
for you, for Milo, because I'm taking the original roll.
Yes. I mean, it didn't really bother me.
So Milo, you noticed in just a brief moment during that whole fight, when he placed his hand, Akira being him, placed his hand on his knife, you saw like this jewel appear on it, just for a second before he tossed it.
I would assume that you're also somebody who completed the trial. Moving back to Akira. Yes, I did. Not quite recently, but I've completed the trial once before, yes. Obviously, the ability that I have gotten from the gift from the trial is mine to know. I'm gonna go back to Milo now. Um, were we able to decipher that this guy's the Akira guy? I haven't really given the name, but could one assume?
You could make a decent assumption.
You wouldn't happen to be Akira, would you? Akira. That would be my name. Back to Milo. We're just gonna do a 1 and 2, so I don't have to keep explaining. We were assigned by Zalor on the same task or a similar task that you were. I was going to flash the pendant. Back to obviously, yeah, you get the idea. Akira is going to look towards the pendant and kind of scowl. That's not very professional that you're showing that, but yes, I get it. You're on the same job than I am. So we're supposed to work closely together in cooperation. Back to Milo. I guess. I assume for now, at least. I don't know. We were probably going to take our journey to Illithus here after we get Philip here in the group. Interesting. As Akira, I'm going to look to Philip. So you're going to be moving out of the heart?
Yeah.
It's a shame that it's a shame that my carrot and stick is going to leave me, but I can't keep, solving petty crimes forever. I'm gonna hit the panic.
Gunner's gonna speak. Well, if you want to stop crime, a lot of people are trying to get at us. So if you want to help us, we'd greatly appreciate it.
I'll have to talk to I'll have to talk to the chief about that. My commanding representative officer, whatever you would like to say. Just so that we're not short-handed here or there's, an inexplicable leave.
That's understandable.
But also there's been more than just petty crime here. There's been inexplicable rifts that have opened up. Milo's eyes are gonna fucking open up wider in acknowledgement. Rifts, huh? Yeah, I guess. We've had our fair share of rifts out there in Zadrosia too. We almost died, me and Gunner here. I'm gonna look to Gunner as Milo.
Yeah.
You can attest. It was pretty bad. So if
Yeah.
you're needed here, that's fine.
It was a close fight, at least.
We could have died.
Yeah.
Anyway, Milo's gonna look back to Akira. While Akira's, of course, just scanning for signs of truthfulness, whatever. He's just basically looking at him, letting him speak. Yeah, we're trying to recruit Philip here to the guild and whatever and such, but we'll leave you to this cleanup if that's what you have to do. Nice meeting you, though. Say, you wouldn't happen to know if these sending scrolls can work between each other, would you? Would Akira know that?
When you say sending scrolls, are you meaning the thingies you guys have?
Yes, the insignia. Can they be used betwixt one another, or would Akira know that?
Akira's never tried, nor has he been told.
I can't say for sure. I say as Akira. Though, yes, I'm gonna finalize this crime scene and get this guy hauled off along with the proper evidence that I've secured here. And Akira's just going to look towards obviously all the belongings and wave the group off. The button, obviously, for the sending scroll has already been pressed, and he's sent word to the proper people to come haul this guy off.
Yeah, and they will arrive shortly. They usually take about 10 to 15 minutes.
As Milo, I guess we should file out of here. Hey, kid, I said to Philip, you got everything you need here? You can file away all your goods? I mean, how you plan to get the cart out of here? Your belongings and such.
Well, everything's in this cart, so this is really all I have.
I should be able to get teleported. if you're willing. We could also assist you with hauling the goods and such, helping you push the cart.
Hey, whatever,
So,
whatever you want to do.
I mean, hey Gunner, so we don't, kill your kid via exhaustion for pushing his cart. You want to just use a teleporter here? We could just deal with the payment.
Yeah, that sounds like a better idea
It is starting to get
than walking.
dark out, by the way.
Glad you're able to handle this in one day. You want to head towards the teleporter here in the center of town, or wherever it was?
Yeah.
Assumedly.
Hopefully they're still running.
You both feel quite hungry as well, since you haven't eaten anything today.
You want a bite? I say reaching into my bag.
Yeah, yeah. I actually just got hungry. My stomach's growling. Did you hear it?
No, can't say that I did, but no, I'm pretty hungry.
Oh, okay.
Philip, you want a portion?
Is he considered fed or not?
He is currently considered fed, but he could go for a bite if he wanted to.
I assume that I would have enough because it was a whole bucket, like I
Yeah.
assume a pail of water that you would
Yes.
draw from a well type
Yeah.
bucket.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take some. Can't say no to some food.
Let's go back to your cart, and if you want to close up your cart, we can
My
eat it
cart's
over
with me.
there.
I ran with my cart. I'm not
Oh,
leaving that
with
thing
the
alone.
cart.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, hey, right here in the alley, or off to the side here, let's get out of the way of the crime scene. Do you have
Here,
some sort of
I'm gonna, yeah. I'm
burner?
just gonna, like, at my cart, I'm just gonna push the potions back a little bit. You're just gonna see me, like, push them back, or put some, like, underneath in, like, the under section, and make, like, a open space. And then you're gonna see me cast, uh, not, oh, whoops, yeah. Well, that works anyways. Yeah, purify food and drink. Just everything. When he sets food down, I'm gonna purify food and drink because of I don't know what's spilled all over my cart.
His working space is being put into question. Yes. Um, I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding on my right hip and pull out the bucket that's been reshaped to my needs, and I'm gonna set it on his cart's surface. Um, this is filled up with soup. If you want to heat it up, because I don't really want to consume cold soup, but I'll do it if I have to. You have a burner or something in this cart?
Uh, I
Potion making equipment?
should. You know, gotta mixing stuff, boiling stuff. I should have one. Let me take a
Yep.
look around here. If not, I can always just use fire magic.
Me too. I was just looking for a more sanitary, more refined surface to heat it up. This is still kind of wood at the end of the day. It's been reshaped.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'll pull out the thing I use to heat up my potions and my pots. I just throw it on there.
If I may, I'll pour what's left of the now created portable bucket of soup into the pot. Not enough to overfill it, but enough to grant us 3 portions before putting it back in my bag.
Yeah, that works.
So we're probably about 45 feet away from the crime scene. Fucking forensics people are coming in, and we're just
Yeah.
eating. We're just munching. This is interesting. But I guess we wouldn't be Misfits Fortune without a little bit of scuffness. So yeah. If you want to catch up with your kid, you're welcome to. I'm just gonna eat.
Well, I visited him recently. I think we're mostly caught up. I don't know what's been going on with him, but we'll probably have to fill him in on the details of what has been happening to us recently.
Oh, I guess we could do that. Do we just want to because obviously it's a player character on player character on player character discussion. We all know what happens. Take time to eat, maybe
And
even an
discuss.
intermission or whatever, and just go through it as if it was one of those anime. It switches to music. It's a montage of them explaining, and it's like, so
Yeah,
that's how it happened.
that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to explain all of it.
That way, I'm not
That one
talking to
ha-
myself for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Schizophrenic minute. So basically, there was this transfer student with huge boobs. I mean, a real set of honkas, a real set of batonkas.
No.
Like we're talking about our
Huge
problems.
conga
And then we got the new bigger problem with even more shit that fucks with us.
But yeah,
That's
no,
what
you
happens.
can just time skip. Essentially, you guys explain everything.
All right, good.
And consume food.
Yes. So you were
Yeah,
fed now.
so we want to hit that teleporter, head back to Seraphel, and rotate back to the guild. I also got to talk to Zarek and touch about his pay.
Yeah.
Or actually, I'm pretty sure I already handed him his down payment.
You did.
The 15, yep. But yeah, that could also help with the steps following, and also maybe even talk to granting him maybe a side shed to store things. In addition, maybe to throw on the workshop that's out of the way of my cadaver space. So we're gonna not mix, poisonous things and dead bodies together. So we have rotting corpses and acid and nasty shit in
that
the
doesn't
workshop.
sound too good.
Yeah, no. Sounds like a great way that somebody with the lack of proper personal protective equipment walks in there and just gets a disease.
And just like how I mentioned,
yeah.
you guys are gonna be getting new plates for your stream thing. You guys are also gonna get extra tokens for your characters. They're obviously all gonna be on the playing field at once, but
Yeah. No.
You guys
that
going
sounds-
back to your guild then?
Yep.
Yep. Going
Okay.
back through the heart teleporter, which means we're actually gonna have to spend money, which is fine. Hell, Philip, if he's so nice, could cover the cost considering he's been making bank. And also, we just brought somebody in the guild who actually makes fucking money. Holy
You
shit!
guys do still have the note, the mail from Zalor.
We can actually utilize that for our back. I thought we had to do that.
Yeah, we can
at
go
the diplomacy
there and
guild.
back. Remember, we did there and back the one time.
Well, no. We did it there and back from there though, so I didn't know if it was good to just oh yeah, we finished our business in the diplomacy guild to the west. Can we use it here? I didn't know if that was the deal.
It's
Okay,
good. It's
yeah,
good
I'll flag
for
the note.
one. It's good for 2 teleporter trips wherever you're going.
Regardless.
But it has to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I thought it was you have to specifically be in the diplomacy guild to utilize it, and I was like, fuck.
But no, yeah, you guys can head
Okay.
back, and
I'll flag the note.
like you mentioning that Philip is with you is all that it takes for him to go with you. It's fine. They don't charge him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow, wow. I think we can set up a loophole business here for every single time. I could have folks give me 5 gold each to ferry them to the diplomacy guild. Man, dude, I should make a business out of that. I could get free bag. I could chase my bag, and also probably put a lot of terrorists very close to the diplomacy guild, which would then create more business for us via entrapment. Yes. No, we're not doing that. Nope.
All right, so you guys travel all the way back to the guild, and I would like you to roll the d20, each of you.
Each of us is in him as well
Just
as
each
Philip.
one and one.
Okay.
I was then we have an extra chance to fuck it up.
At this point, as you guys are traveling, it becomes nighttime completely, so there's no more sun, and there are still clouds in the sky, so you don't have moonlight either. It's very dark out. For those of you without dark vision.
Have night vision.
Okay, Milo.
Yeah, that's just me. Just me. Say, Gunner, you want to topple a dungeon? You good to do that? I know you're kind of scarred and stuff, but you think toppling a dungeon would be within your thing? Because Iliac said that somebody else might kick that thing over soon. Pilfer through it.
Yeah, we can go out tomorrow. I don't know if Philip wants to go instead of me. He can. I do need to do some paperwork.
The more hands on deck we get, say, do you know hold on, I'm gonna pull out my papers for my bag of holding, and read through like the guild creation, this, that, and see if there's like a new member tab in the glossary. How the hell does one do this to officiate this?
There doesn't seem to be anything specifying there's an exact way to do it.
Okay, I think we're just cool via like legality's sake. I like playing it relatively close to the book. I'd rather not get, hollered at by the law or hounded for something that I didn't know. Yeah, I know. Morning, we could honestly like take all three of us out, maybe get Zero on it, and see if Caroline's not dead. Just hanging out in the house.
I don't know what's happened to Caroline. I don't. We haven't
Hey
seen
man,
her in a while.
whatever. It's fine. I think it's good that we have Philip here on the job too, and also he's whatever. Hell, if you wanna, maybe you could start with peddling your goods in Ontridge for the good folks. You might have to like price gouge yourself a little bit because they're just regular folk, but you'd still be able to make business, and there'd be no competition here if you still want to peddle goods around this area.
Yeah, yeah. Philip started with no gold, right?
However much gold you had left on him.
Oh yeah, I had a lot. So what? Yeah, my count's correct currently. I just had to make sure.
Because you
I
did
didn't
start
spend
gold.
too much.
I
Didn't spend too much on them.
Did you even buy armor?
I did.
You bought like cheaper armor, I believe.
Yeah, I bought cheaper armor and a sling instead of a gun.
A sling? Yeah. Wait, this is great. No, this is great. They're like, oh man, he has a sling. What a fucking idiot. And then he puts a potion in his sling and just whips it at them. Have you seen like how fast people have like? Have you seen how fast people with like the specific type of like long distance slings can whip one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine, dude, a potion gets whipped at your skull at 120 miles an hour, and it's acid. It just splits your goddamn head open.
Dude. You
Or I
got
hit you with a
glass in your
transformation
skin
potion
and
right to
everything
the
else.
skull.
That'd be terrible.
I think it'd be awesome. It's like a borderline war crime. That's awesome for fighting any sort of enemy, to stopping their will to fight, like dead in the tracks. Oh yeah, look at these guys. They're dumb. We should like, hustle them for free money. Spiked in the skull with a flask of acid.
You take notice of like Philip's sling, and he gives you a story about how he once slung a transformation potion at a person trying to steal something from him, and he yelled, "Think of a bird." So they thought of a bird, and they hit them, and then they turned into a little penguin, and then he proceeded to grab them.
Bro, got turned into a penguin.
That's a sickening strategy. Have you thought of telling them to do something with an insect instead, and they might get crushed by their own belongings?
Well, I'm not trying to kill them. Just make sure they can't escape real easily.
No, I don't know. I'm just kind of a sick fuck. I just thought of like using that in battle. You could honestly utilize that in the sense of almost like a straight up like anti like life or death situation.
Yeah. I like any of my potions could be pretty good. Like if you're not near me, I can always just chuck a health potion your way.
Ooh, I mean, if we're talking weird stuff on the road that we're capable of, I can use human transmutation with this hand to steal like various aspects from people. Also, I could just steal the rest of their life force. It's kind of frowned upon, but since you're part of the guild, you ought to know what you're getting into. I don't know if you're big into the transmutation department, but my dad was Hohenheim, Paracelsus, know the name?
No. No clue.
Well, he did studies into human transmutation that was frowned upon. He was trying to conquer death via another aspect. You know how is there been any notation of people using like high level, like 7th level, 9th level of like true resurrection to bring people back from the dead, even in situations where it's like a fairy tale?
Yeah, it's definitely in fairy tales.
Yeah, well, you've seen the fairy tales that people come back to life. Basically, he's trying to turn that into like a commonplace reality, so that folks and wars and terrible work accidents, stuff like that, don't have to die anymore. obviously, when you try to argue that to like a practiced, magical physician with high-level magic spells, he'll scoff at you and probably call you some sort of demeaning name. But if everybody knew how to use alchemy, because it's not an innate thing, everybody can learn it. Practiced physicians can use that as opposed to high-level magic, which will be less accessible to those who are less skilled. So it can be an alternative to save lives. But it can also take lives, which is mostly the reason that it's frowned upon. In
That's
fact,
interesting.
I'm gonna reach into my bag. I just love doing. I'm gonna scare this kid away, or he's gonna be like my ride or die. I reach into the bag and I pull out his gunner's foot. In fact, this is your pappy's foot. I've been trying to apply various different things to it to
Phil-
keep it.
That is
Philip's
the
head is
wrong
going
use
to
for-
whip. Philip's head is going to whip to his father, like to look at his father's feet, and he goes, "Wait, you still have both feet? What? What?
So basically, I hit a breakthrough in Ontridge here. You might be able to see a little bit left of the scuffle, but one of them rifts opened up. Remember, like you've seen before, and a huge guy, and a couple regular little dudes came out, and we kicked the little guys' asses, but the big guy kicked our asses so much so that I set up a human transmutation circle and bound it with my own body's mana to like pre-activate it ahead of time, and I had Gunner here use it on me because he got his foot chopped off, and I knew that me as a long
What?
time based caster would struggle in this fight, considering that he was not a regular human. If he was a human, I'd know how to like use this human transmutation on him to like fuck him up, but I have no understanding of their anatomy, so I didn't know how to utilize it besides like stealing strength and stuff, which I was trying to fight. Anyway, I digress. He used the human transmutation circle with my blessing and magic on me to take my own life force, and he got his leg back.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how
That's
we
interesting.
managed. We skirt by and we survived because it was a 2-on-3. It was pretty rough.
Is that what you meant when you said you almost died?
Yeah.
All right. That's definitely something.
It's a risky business, but if we had better money and better people by our sides, death would be less commonplace. And I'm also trying to conquer death right now. So if you stick around with me long enough and our group long enough, eventually there will be no threat of death anymore. I plan to conquer that soon. Which, if you don't mind, Gunner, we're probably going to have to do a checkup soon, because I don't know. Usually the human transmutation stuff fades after a while.
Yeah, we can do that
Usually
back at the house.
Yeah. Because I use it on people to steal their aspects, and the aspects disappear after the fight's over. So I was wondering when your leg was going to shit out on you, which it hasn't yet.
Yeah, it hasn't done
But then
anything.
again, then the vines happen, so you might just be good, but I don't know. I need to test it on some sort of subject that's not human, like a mouse or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, through Ontridge,
Still pitch black out.
it's like pitch black out. Could I stop at the bar? Would it be possible? To the tavern? The Rusty Boar?
Yeah, you could. It's open
In
right now.
Ontridge?
It's open.
I'm gonna see if the feller there has actually gotten the news about potentially running a feast of some sort.
All right, so you guys walk into the Rusty Boar, and just as it was last time you were here, Gunner, it's not crazy busy, but this time of night, on a day like this, there are several people who are here, and there is one person playing music. It's not the best music you've ever heard, but it's music nonetheless. And then you see the barkeeper doing his job at the bar, and currently he's just cleaning a glass idly. It looks like he's a little bored. However,
Philip's
when
gonna
he
wait
he does
outside.
see you guys come in, as he does pay attention to whoever comes in, since there's not so many people, and you guys come in, and his face kind of lights up, and he gestures you to come over.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar, the bar seat and sit down.
Gunner's walking up. Philip's waiting outside.
Yeah. I just wanted to. You heard the news about potentially running a feast or something?
Yes, I did. I do believe you mentioned a feast here in Ontridge.
Yes, I'm trying to drive up, stuff here. I was gonna try to uh get some intrigue from potentially the R&D department about obviously a local rift opening here. Maybe they can study because a lot of them are more scholarly in magic. Maybe they can check it, but also bring people here to obviously bring commerce.
Yeah,
Uh
that'd help out Ontridge quite a bit. I don't know what the hell that exactly was. The rift you called it?
oh oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to watch out those. I guess I also want to raise awareness. It's going around worldwide right now, especially in the heart. It seems, but rifts around the world are opening up, and creatures and such are coming out and starting a fuss. They all look the same, so obviously it's an organized force. They almost seem human-like,
Well,
which
shit.
obviously it's a cause for concern. But obviously, raising morale via feast would be good. Bringing some folks here to study if there's any magical residuals left from the rift, as in like if it opens in one place. I'm trying to wonder if it'll open the same place. Lightning striking the same place twice. That whole thing.
He
That
just kind of shrugs at the thought of it.
I don't know, but also bring folks here
I mean, I
and give an
wouldn't
experience.
mind getting some people, here in my tavern here.
Do you have enough food
I
to
can.
serve it?
I'd
Oh,
have to prepare it, but I can have enough food.
okay. Okay, good. Don't go for it just yet. Give me a couple more days. I'd like to send some, you know, ads around. I was gonna go hit that dungeon. Do you know anything about the dungeon? You have it posted on your board over here, or you did. When was that posted recent? Or like, what time was that posted?
It was
It's
pretty
been
recent. I had to say, maybe just about a week ago. I haven't seen anyone else coming to pick it up, as far as I know.
Okay, so it should be untouched. Good. We're looking to make a big hit on that score, and I'd like to cut a percentage of that funds from whatever fines we have, along with just the overall completion, and bring it back here via an advertisement to bring folks here, to bring up morale, bring up commerce, and the like. We'll see how that goes, though.
And I
So,
did actually want to talk to you about actually joining your guild. I know you mentioned it,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
so did Zarek, but I didn't get to speak to you myself.
Yeah, no. With all the stuff that's been happening
What
recently, I just
exactly
want to
would
get
that
the talk.
entail in terms of our business arrangement here?
Well, I know that you don't really have much going on here, and you can still manage stuff here. In a sense, we could also maybe extend business here. But if you wanted to run a tavern-esque mess hall hearth within our guild, once it gets more booming, you can do that. Obviously, we're going to hire more people, but you're the
And
first
what would
person
happen
that
to
I
this
thought would
building
come
of
to.
mine?
We can also extend it as I guess, a place to receive, because I know that. All right, so let's look at the map here, right? I understand that Serafel, people go through Serafel to Aeonis, people teleport. Is there actually, Sir DM, is there a teleporter straight to Aeonis?
There's not a teleporter to Aeonis.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? I know that people that come from Serafel to Aeonis won't always go up near the R&D department, but if we leave this as an extension of our guild, it'll still pick up any residuals trying to go to Aeonis because there is no teleportation circle, meaning that it will sit there as a means to stop, cool off, eat, shack up, and the like for anybody going to Aeonis. So commerce is still very much viable as long as we can maintain this building. So this building can stay here.
Who's gonna run the damn thing?
For now, you can still run it. We're still in the middle of constructing our guild, but
Say, how
um,
many people you
it'll
got
be
so far? I heard it was just a few.
Yeah, a few. We're looking for more staff, but to get more staff, we need more money. So we're gonna go topple that dungeon,
Say,
kick
I
that
had two
over,
of your
and
guildmates stop by here earlier. They picked up some quests. I'm not sure if they completed them though.
oh, really? Could you tell me which ones they picked up?
I don't know which ones. They didn't show them to me.
Interesting. I'll have to go talk to them
Not that
about it
they're
when I go back to the
obligated to,
guild.
of course. Not my
No,
place.
yeah, we were. No, that's fine. I was just wondering. I'll go have a talk with them. We're trying to get money right now, because obviously with money you can actually make the world move a little bit, shake it up.
If I
But
remember correctly, it's if they did complete them, you're getting about 100 gold from those two. Not individually, combined, of course.
yeah, that meaning that I think it'd honestly be pretty good. We can
And just to
get a
make
good
this
advertisement.
clear, I'm looking to make this a business arrangement.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to make
No,
sure
yeah,
we see eye to eye on this.
well, no, I wasn't seeing this as a temporary means. No, I was trying to shake up a bunch of commerce in Ontridge, and also provided have somebody who's experienced in the service industry, feeding folk over at our guild as well. Do you have anybody else that you may know of that would be of a similar persuasion? You know, obviously somebody would be a barkeep, waitresses.
I can't say that I do. I mainly run this place by myself, and those that do work here don't particularly enjoy it.
Is this out of an? This is a little bit personal. I know that I'm kind of infringing here a bit, but why might that be? Is it out of just not their type of gig, or what?
It's mainly just people trying to get by as I am. So, as you can see, they probably wouldn't exactly like a job just to get by.
Obviously, they want something that they want to do. I see.
It's in part to this place. It's not lively. It's just kind of floating.
I'll
It
see
is
what I
what it
can do
is, I
about that.
guess.
No, we'll fix it. Trust me. You can put my guarantee on it.
Where exactly are you gonna outsource the food and drink?
I was looking into obviously what you can provide, and also potentially looking into various different markets for Serafel. With the
Currently,
money we
I
get, I was
ship in
hoping.
my stuff from Serafel, but it's not cheap. Granted, Aonis isn't much cheaper, and Erner Bayor has terrible beer.
Maybe I might have to pull some people from Erner Bear to get a better drink over here. That'd be a good fucking source of
Well, dwarves aren't
advertisement.
exactly connoisseurs. They see alcohol, they drink alcohol. They don't care.
I think I saw one drinking rubbing alcohol one time.
I wouldn't put it past them. I guess they just have
They just
tougher
like the
tongues
hype
than
proof.
us.
They just like the hype proof stuff. Interesting. I don't know. It's gonna have to take some discussion. Maybe me and Zarek and you could have a meeting, come up with a plan,
I
because
did
we haven't
see
really had
Zarek
time to
heading
talk.
home from the guild. Was he working on something?
Oh yeah. I threw up the main plans, and he helped me with the plans. We're currently throwing up the guild as we speak.
What
We threw up
exactly was he
the
throwing up?
basement. Um, Obviously, I've left him to the main carpentry, as I've put up obviously the foundation with concrete and metal and such to make a relatively reinforced foundation. But I'm gonna help him probably put the rest of it up over the next couple days, outside of toppling that dungeon.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch. I'd like to get this business arrangement figured out.
No,
Unfortunately,
yeah, we'll have a
Antridge
meeting.
isn't the place I would have preferred to settle, but it's where I settled.
No, yeah, we're gonna try to fix this whole this ghost town issue.
Say, what would
And
be
if it's
my
you guys, if
share?
it does.
Your share in terms of your work arrangement. Well,
Mm-hmm.
considering the fact that we're going to be running, are you talking more on towards the? We're talking about an arrangement as a like a tavern, uh,
Yes.
I guess boss for the guild. Um, I'd have to take this up with Gunnar here. He's our main accountant. Obviously, we'd look into funds
This would
and
be when your
chop up.
guild's running and has some actual business.
So you just want a ballpark?
Yeah, nothing too specific. I wouldn't ask that of you now.
Let's see. Hey Gunnar. Obviously, I know that we're not in the funds, but could you set up I guess like a mental
Uh,
I'm could you ballpark it for him? I know
yeah,
that's
here.
a lot.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack and pull out a folder.
Interesting. I didn't know you kept physical notation.
D-
So,
If
from what I
you're
gather,
working with money, you need you need to write it down. It gets rough.
I'm glad you got a guy like that working your finances.
yeah, no, he's very shrewd. Um, but we're gonna need obviously staff to run what you've got going. We might even look into the vendors for the various different vendors. Philip, which is outside, which is Gunner's boy, is gonna probably run potions and stuff like that. He's a
Mhm.
maker of sorts. Got a guy out of Erner Bayor, by the name of Ern. I don't know if you've ever been up there to know the guy, but he runs a business up there, and he was looking to bring his business down here. So
You guys are really putting this thing together.
yeah, no. Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mentally split up the currencies. So between you, the vendors, and any other staff that would be maintaining the joint, it would be running a three-way of splits of income. Obviously, you being the most applicable and simple in terms of like business, continuous business, if that makes sense. Because obviously, people need metal supplied, this and that. It's not something that everybody comes into the guild for. So if it was like a 66, 33, 33, and then obviously we would have to. You get the idea.
I'm
We'd
talking
have
more
to.
so shares from what the tavern makes.
Mm.
Oh, well, assuming that there's more staff, if you're still the manager, do you have experience managing people? Obviously, I know you have employees here,
Yes, of course.
but do you think that you could run other staff, waitresses, the like?
Listen, I'm experienced in giving quests, setting up quests, and all that business that is involved with that, as well as managing employees involved in tavern work and whatnot, and outsourcing resources. I,
Hell,
you could say I'm a jack of all
uh,
trades.
how about this, right? If your experience, obviously we're a small guild right now, and we're gonna keep sizing up. But what if you want? Would you want to run the entire downstairs?
As long as it's reflected in my pay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I think a valid pay for him would be, so to be fair, we would at least need to, like, we would at least want to pay him what he would be getting paid like here. So
Well, yeah, no, a
let's
minimum
see,
pay for a
and then
low
we would
ball,
add on a percentage of profits.
as in the proceeds that'll come back his way. So basically,
Yeah.
the job idea that I just came up with for an arrangement, you're obviously already a manager, a barkeep, and you said that you manage quests. You're basically just an entire tavern keep and rolled into one guy. Which is a very unique set of skills that we obviously do not see around here. Um, if you'd like to run the entire downstairs, run barkeep, and even be a receptionist for a number of, uh, I guess like what's the word I'm looking for? Quests via the people to put up on the board and such, to receive those kind of things.
And what
Just
if
manage the folks
do you
downstairs.
need me to manage any of the shops nearby that you mentioned that you were setting up?
Uh,
Would
some of
you
them
need
should
that?
already be set up. Like,
I
Ern said he'd be down here, or he'd send somebody for his shop.
Philip was gonna
And
run his own deal.
if Philip's got his, well, he might go out, and if he's out, I might run it for him. So I don't really.
If he's out, maybe you could see to it. What was
Yeah.
this guy's name so I can actually speak to him specifically?
Aurorin.
Auroran. Roran or Auroran?
Aurorin.
Auroran, like the
No,
Aurora
no.
Boreal.
R-O, not
Roran.
A-R.
Like Rar,
Yes.
like Roran. No A. Roran, if you'd like to manage Philip's, I guess, side in his absence, you could also do that. I mean, right now, less is more and more is less. So having a person that could run more is less for us because less people employed. And as long as you're getting paid, as you said, your amount, it doesn't really bother you.
Well, like I
Um,
said, I would prefer to be employed when you guys actually have business.
Yeah.
yes,
Of course.
no,
Of course.
no. But we would like to give you a low ball. Obviously, it's not like you have any
Do you
other
have
prospects
a
waiting for you right
number,
now.
Gunner?
So,
What's your current minimum pay?
Minimum
what do you
pay?
usually make a night here?
How much do I make a
Or
night?
rather, what do you rate in here?
Yeah.
Are we talking an average night or are we talking a good night?
Average.
Gross.
Well, if we're thinking average, I make at least 50 gold a night. That's in profits anyways.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's 350 a week. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's just what I have in spending money anyways. A lot of it goes right back in.
Yeah. So if you were to get that, once we start making, so if we can set up a couple things to start getting some gross income, then we would be able to bring you in and give you some pay.
And how
So once we
exactly
can,
are you running this, the quest portion of your guild? Are you running it in terms of they pay to post it, or you guys take a portion of the reward money?
Because it's kind of they bring it to us and there's no real other guilds around. It would be, I guess, they have the posted reward, probably put down a down payment for the posting, and then the reward at the completion of the quest. And then obviously we can set up whatever the posting minimum is, and then obviously it would probably go by rank. Obviously, if it's a more dangerous quest, the down payment would be more because the threat level would be higher.
I'd consider
I think
that to
that's
probably be one of the better ways to do it, considering if a quest doesn't get taken, you're still getting value out of it.
yeah, and also if people flake out because you wouldn't want somebody who is all talk, you do a quest for them, but obviously there was no down payment, so now they don't have to pay you when the job's done. It also is a sleazy way that way. It's a fair and just practice, I think, and it's probably the best way to do it. So nobody gets scammed and everybody gets what they need, all parties involved. Which we'd have to set up a metric for danger on silver is this, gold is this, bronze is this, you get the idea.
It's usually determined by the guild or the person who gives it, but normally it's the guild.
Yeah. So though we have a lot of say here, I'm also trying to run this out of Entourage/Ernebeor by the people. Because it's people's requests.
I'm
So
not
it
one to
might
travel, but if you were to look for more people, I'd recommend going out of country and not just the heart. If you're looking for
do you
more
think
business people, I'd probably say you should go to Terranston. It's the city of trade.
interesting. Be good. Do you think that there might be folks that are good natured down on their luck out of Zuvali and the like? Because I know there's a lot of folks
You
that
could try that
obviously
if you
have
want
gotten
to,
displaced.
but the only problem with that is that Zuvali's oversaturated with so much stuff, it's hard to find someone who actually knows what they're doing. But if you do find someone, they're usually pretty good.
Hmm.
If you are looking
Might
for
also leave
bodyguards, you could
advertising.
always go to the Orc City down there.
I put up my hand as like dismissive. For now, we've got people from the Diplomacy Guild because uh we've been looked into by people over by Illithus uh in a relatively antagonistic way. So we have guards while we put this thing up, and for the meantime.
I see.
We have protection for now.
Well, I'm just about getting ready to close up shop. If you would mind showing yourselves out, it was nice talking to you.
Hey,
Yep.
man. At some point, would you like to set up a date? You want to set up a date now? That me, you, Zarek can talk. Maybe organize the comings and goings of food, how to set up this feast and bring folk here.
Yeah, if we want to talk about the feast
Like
more, I guess you could
tomorrow.
come by tomorrow. I'll be open, but
Yeah.
you can talk to me.
I know that planning for the future is kind of difficult, and we're planning to kick over a dungeon. It was a bronze difficulty dungeon, right? Hey, Gunner, can you show me the?
I'll pull out the paper.
Let's see here. I don't know how much time that would eat up. So how about we shoot for tomorrow evening
Yeah,
after
just
you
if you
close
plan
up?
on doing the dungeon, just swing by when you're done, I guess.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
Like tomorrow evening after you close up shop and after Zarek comes home from construction on the guild. I think we'll all be around, and I'm gonna if you catch him on his way to the guild tomorrow, tell him that. And obviously, I might see him in the morning, so I can also tell him the same thing, and we can all converge and discuss how we're gonna get the goods and also how I'm going to be able to properly set up an advertisement, which right now I'm thinking to target the R&D guild for advertisements.
I wouldn't exactly recommend the R&D Guild for advertisements.
Well, no, I mean in terms of whom we're trying to attract, the demographic of scholars and folks who are magically inclined that want to come check out recent rift activity in a dead-end town.
I guess if you put it that way, doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, no, it's out of the way. Nobody's looking at it except obviously whomever receives the advertisement, and obviously it's something that's in the recent that's threatening enough and also concerning enough that those who are capable will want to see it or check it out. Obviously I'm not magically inclined, but whatever. I'm just speaking on that as my demographic, but anyway, I'll leave you two closing up.
It
Gunnar,
was nice to
let's
talk
head
to you
back
and
to the
get
guild.
things set up at least.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
He gives you a wave and he continues on to close up shop.
Interesting. Well, we're gonna get out you know, usher Philip and get back to the guild for now.
Alrighty. You head back to the guild. It is late at night. You guys are starting to feel a little tired from waking up
Yep.
and doing all the things. So you can see from the pathway that the progress on the guild is actually quite well. It looks like he finished the entirety of the first floor right now.
He's a fucking beast. Who the hell is this guy? I don't
uh,
know about you guys, but if I started with nothing but the floorboards down on the first story house, and it was all the way up to the first story was relatively done. Fixtures like windows and such might not be done, but like that's fucking crazy. One day, this guy's a beast.
he does also
One
he
man labor.
installed double doors in the front, and he installed areas for the stalls for the markets and whatnot, or the merchants you guys are gonna have too. The
This
mess
guy's a
hall
fucking
isn't
beast.
completely done, but the
No, that's
room is there.
That's fine.
Um,
I'll have to give him more to work with in the morning.
bro, I have to say this. DJ said this in chat. He said that Zarek got
What?
paid gems like a Clash of Clans builder, bro.
Dude, no, I didn't know how the fuck. No, no, no. Tell me how the fuck a brother can put up an entire first story in one day.
Well,
I know that I had like
he's like able to
this
see
guy's a
the blueprints
creature.
with his eyes, bro. He's able to see it.
So you're telling me he's the master builder from the fucking Lego
He
movie?
literally
Is what you're telling
is.
me? I can see everything.
That's him. That's him. I just think
Bro, give this
he
guy
could
prep time.
upgrade
He's
his
more
gift.
dangerous
He
than
could
me.
upgrade his gift.
Brother.
It always
I'm
evolves
glad
with you.
I'm glad I'm roping him in. He's gonna be my very useful slave. I mean,
Whoa!
Whoa.
very diligent worker. He's gonna put up
Whoa!
everything for me. Nah, he's my construction guy. They call him the carpenter.
He's the carpenter.
You know, no, like the zombie pickup in every zombie game, carpenter. That's just him. Because I leave him for like 5 seconds and there's just everything's built
And like
in
I
an
mentioned
instant.
before, we are going to actually make a map of the guild of the inside of it, since I can imagine throughout the future of this
We're gonna
campaign,
be
a lot's going to
killing
be happening
time.
there. So
Yep.
there'll be a first and a second floor.
That's
So
awesome.
we'll get that worked out. And then I can actually use dynamic lighting, because we do actually have dynamic lighting on this.
And also a basement. There's also a basement.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
basement.
we're gonna witness someone buy one of Philip's potions and then turn into a lizard right in front of everybody.
Of course. Of course.
Yes.
But yeah, no,
Or we're
that's
gonna
what
witness
they
another
got
comic
thrown up.
fitter.
He
Something
doesn't
cool.
he doesn't have like any light installments or anything in yet, but mainly just the woodwork.
No, obviously, dude. Because where the hell is the electricity coming from? We still have to figure out the well. I'm gonna actually probably set up a well. I'm gonna look for where the water table is for the land. I might actually ask Zarek that information. We're also near a lake, so the water table's probably pretty high up, I'd say. You know how
Probably.
wells work and shit.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not that fucking. I'm not inclined. I'm not like the guy who knows everything. But I digress. A well system being put in place would be pretty easy to do, and we also still have some metal that also is made out of brass, which means it's non-tarnishable. So also setting up a well for water, be awesome.
But yeah,
Anyway, we get back.
if you guys head inside and stuff, and you do see there's 100 gold coins from Zero and Caroline doing some quests today. That's what they spent their day doing. So you guys got 100
Is
extra
there
gold coins. They're currently sleeping, but they do have them in two gold pouches of gold.
is there were there papers? Did they have the papers left? Like obviously the quest papers that
Yeah,
they still had.
they left out
Uh,
the quests.
can I take a look at the quests that they did?
Yeah, so Zero he managed to do something in Urner again, except it was a little bit different. It wasn't just a fetch quest, if you will. He went to Urner and he had to do a little bit of peacemaking with some of the or peacekeeping rather, not violently, but he had to help with the dispute that was going on up there involving
So
the trading and
so he
whatnot.
was more of a what do I want to say? Some sort of middleman,
Mediator.
a mediator. Yeah, okay. I thought it was more of like, oh yeah, he was just hostile. He was just a man with some muscle and a gun that had to stay quiet and like look mean. Okay. What
As
was
for Caroline,
Caroline?
she went to Seraphil and she had to sell a product to someone, as in like sell the idea of a product to someone.
Oh, okay. So she was advertisement,
Hmm.
like a door-to-door sale, but like whatever. All right, those are interesting gigs. Also, not too harsh on them. I'll have to raise the idea of running over to a dungeon, which us three could probably deal. But for now, let's just get some rest. It was a
Yeah.
long day, and I'll have to uh, talk to Zarek and give him praise, because holy shit, one whole floor a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Philip, you can
It's
crash
insane.
wherever. Find a comfy
Do
space.
you want to show Philip the where he can set his card off at?
Oh yeah, sure. Hey, I have a little bit of like a loft near the workshop over there, where I used to get deliveries from the hospital, or where they used to sit.
Yeah.
If you just want to go set the card under there, so it doesn't, get
All right.
water on it,
I'll do that
rain or
real quick.
anything. Then other than that, you can crash wherever you can find a spot. I mean, I know we're kind of cursed here, but this used to be my house and my old man's house, so it's not really fit for 6 people.
It's all right. Better than sleeping in a pile of 10, 11 siblings.
Yeah, that also doesn't sound great, but I hope you can find it a relatively good arrangement here.
For
Other than
reference,
that,
by the way, there were about 8 guards outside for you.
Damn.
Security was increased a little bit.
Interesting. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go speak to one of the guards, and actually, you know, ask about the security detail increasing.
Yeah, they're just kind of standing in an arc around mainly the paths, and they're a little less around where the forest is between the R&D guild and you guys, but they're mainly by the path.
Is there a cause for concern to raise the security, fellas?
A little bit. It's not anything too big in terms of Zudrosia, but you know Terranston or the country of Terran.
Yeah.
Yeah, well they pulled out of the We for All alliance entirely,
What the hell? The fuck?
right? They said something about they didn't want to trade with Zudrosia and Anabreka, which, to my knowledge, their deal was they would trade with anyone in the We for All alliance, which they obviously weren't a part of in the first place, you know. But they joined, and I guess they just didn't want to trade with them that bad. I don't know the deets,
Why not
but
just why not just set up some sort of tariff or heavy, tax for Zudrosia instead?
and that's not the only thing. Zuvali's getting pretty close. It looks like to doing the same thing, and not because of trade, but because of grudges.
Obviously, I know you
So
guys are just guards, but when did this happen?
we heard news of it today, but it could have happened weeks ago.
The hell?
Or rather, I mean, they joined recently, so after Zoller gave his speech.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
So we decided it'd be a good idea to have increased security around here since there's some tension in the world right now, and it seems to be rising.
Yeah, dude. We're all right for now. I'm just concerned with the fact that I just want to put up a guild, man. I just want to, I just want to start up a business, but it's kind of hard to do that when the world's getting all shook up over some stupid shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know.
it's kind of shitty, not gonna lie.
So, I mean,
We're just trying
you
to
think
keep
the
you guys
economy?
safe. If you guys got any questions about your security or you feel like something's up, just don't hesitate to tell
No,
us.
no, no. I just saw an extra bit of security detail up, and I was like, did somebody like come around that looks suspicious? I honestly find this to be worse news than somebody sneaking around, because at least if they're fucking with us, it's just us that is, being messed with. But if the entire world's just getting turned on its head, like it's getting its lunch money shaken out, I mean, like, I don't know what to do. Because obviously I don't really have my station of a bronze adventurer starting a guild has and holds zero authority.
Yeah, it's not every day that something like this happens. Yeah,
It seems like
they didn't give much reason else for leaving. It was just mainly a trade thing. Surprised Zoller hasn't sent someone to go check it out.
I probably should.
I mean, he may have, but
Well,
just to my knowledge, he hasn't.
yeah, you're just you guys are just security detailed. Don't worry about it. The only thing we can do is stay on our lane for some of us. Zeller told me, obviously through the grapevine. I know you guys are as detailed. You don't really need to hear anything, but we're gonna try to look for folk in Illithus, look around in Illithus, even though it's dangerous, for new information, because obviously he has zero eyes and zero political, pull in Illithus.
I'd be careful in Olympus. It's been rumored that a majority of the people there, not just the military, have the magic, as they've been calling it. That Zudrosius showed in the Accords.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now that's completely fine. That'll just make it easier to gain more whatever. And I mean, like, just killing or, imprisoning or incarcerating or harming random passersby that don't actually have any sort of malice would just be a citing of war. So So unless they wanted it, I don't see why they would have a reason to just, I don't know, attack us. So we should be fine
I mean, I
if
guess
we go there
thankfully
with
where we're
no
stationed
hostile
right
intent.
now, we're in Zudrosia, so not terrible.
Yeah,
Your
no.
guild should be
But
relatively fine. I don't see why they'd come for you unless they have some personal qualms with you.
oh, do you know why you're stationed here, by any chance?
Not entirely,
What was
no.
the original? Okay, so about that, you said that we don't have any personal grudge. We saw something in the heart that was a cause for concern. We, levied that information and gave it to the Diplomacy Guild, and Zelor reached out to us to hear about our findings, which wrapped us up. But the moment we went to the Diplomacy Guild the first time, we got attacked by people who were using the magic, as you said, which now we've figured out is, at least out of Illithus, or its origin and epicenter is with the Zedrosian leader who exists in Illithus. And now that I've heard that folks are learning it, or at least gaining the power via his authority, whatever you'd like to call it, we know that we were attacked by people out of Illithus. But by going there, we're also not causing a stress or fight, and also seeing what they wanted us here for. And we have an out if need be, so we'll be fine.
Just be careful poking around with that country.
In this country,
Vedric, I feel Illithus doesn't fit in with the rest of this country.
no, I can totally get it. He's the leader out of there, and he's also doing a lot of provocative things to try to get a reaction out of other countries. And now he has gotten a reaction, which is pretty concerning because Zavali on its way out, and Terranston just walking on out of the alliance is
It's
not
got the
great.
world, almost up in arms practically in terms of their alarm.
I wish things would just cool off a minute so I can get at least set up and maybe a little bit more political vie.
Well, I mean, if
But
you go through Zalor, you might have some say, but I mean, being a bronze adventurer,
well,
you don't have much, and that's
yeah,
not
I
coming
know
from a
I got
place of
nothing.
hate.
No, I'm just a guy who happened to get information and happened to get targeted, and also happens to have a lot of knowledge, which knowledge in the right hands is power, and in other hands is puts a red target on your back.
You know what? What I'd recommend, and this is just me personally thinking about your situation, and whatnot. Focus on trying to get your guild going and getting your rank up, especially because being a bronze adventurer, you have barely any say, especially if you're running a guild and they're like, "Oh, it's just a bronze guild." Like, you can get your name out there faster if you're a higher ranking guild, especially.
So got it.
And
Adventure, chase the bag. Don't worry about Illithus for the meantime. But also, by
Zalor
don't
has plenty of
worry,
men.
I don't know. It's just concerning because it's problematic.
Yeah, it's not much we can do about it except just follow orders and make it day to day. But
Okay.
hey, that's just my
Well,
two cents.
you guys hold up your detail. Try not to pass out from boredom. And yeah, I guess thanks for the insight. You wouldn't happen to know, obviously, where better promotional jobs were right now, would you?
What do you mean?
Because
Oh,
there's not
just
really
just better
much.
jobs around here.
I mean, better jobs and assignments for adventurers, because I understand that
If you're
obviously as you
looking
get
for
closer to
big
these
shot
bigger
money
cities,
and way to climb fast, go to the Adventurers
probably.
Guild. Either that
Where's
or
that at
maybe
again?
the Explorers Guild. Well, if you're talking Explorers Guild, it's just in Zuvali. But in terms of the Adventurers Guild, you're gonna have to go down to it's just by Zuvali as well. Um, it's just south across the ocean there. It's on like a little
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
area. Yeah, if you go over there, it's kind of on its own, but it's completely established. They have a lot of facilities there, as you can imagine. So I mean, I've only visited a few times, but the amount of stuff they have there. They have blacksmiths. They have gear that you can buy for everyone. You know, you upgrade and whatnot. It is locked behind rank, but that makes sense. But I mean,
Okay.
I would definitely recommend going there.
Well, if it's just for a bronze to jump up to silver and silver to so on, I'm pretty sure wouldn't we just be able to find postings for jobs like up by Seraphil or over by Seraphil?
You could go to Seraphil, but they don't have nearly as many options. And I've found better pay at
Options
the
are
Adventurers
fine.
Guild.
I'm not worried about pay if it's just a promotional gig.
I mean, the problem is going just to Seraphil, you're looking in more and more local stuff. The Adventurers Guild has global.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get your
No,
name
but
out
I'm
there,
just
it's a
trying
good place.
to. Okay.
But hey, yeah, Seraphil is
Well,
a good place
thanks.
to start, though.
I'll consider your information. Thanks. You're far more than just security detail. Don't ever cut yourself short.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna fuck off because I'm tired and I want to go to sleep.
You want to get that
It's been a
EB
long
time.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
want to get
guys
that
really
long
used
rest.
all the hours of the day today. Honestly,
Yep,
most of it was spent traveling from the Diplomacy Guild to the Heart.
that's fine.
Took about 7 hours of walking. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, no, you guys may click the long rest button on your characters, including your other ones if you need to. So like use superiority or your die
yeah,
for
my
Akira, so you can
Dora die.
reverse that, all that jazz. Um,
Oh,
Also, Akira, you can get 10 gold for wage today.
money, money.
Money.
Money. He has a job.
I do have a
Holy
job,
shit.
and
Mm-hmm.
then bro pedals. Dude, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Philip that you're probably not thinking of, right?
Huh.
Is that you as a dude you can make pay in a day that is not bound to like a job. It's based off of commission. Because people want potions, you can get more than 10 gold a day. You got 10 gold for one set.
Very true.
Think about it like that. Your pay varies in a good way.
Yeah, you guys get
Yeah,
some gold coming in.
we're not poor anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that'll be where we're gonna leave it for today.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We also need
and
more folks to be here instead of just
for the
two.
guild
Um,
or for the dungeon.
Yeah.
well, not even for the dungeon. We could run it with like 3 guys, but having bro go full schizo mode and like
Me
do
talking to
both people at
myself the
once.
entire time.
3 people would probably be enough to topple a bronze tier dungeon. I'm not afraid of a dungeon. Not too much anyway, considering that bro's got if he depending on who he takes, he has healing either way. We have sustain. I
My
have
feeling go first,
sustain.
yeah.
Uh, if Zero joins, that's more damage. But me and either of Michael's characters are pretty much a pretty rounded out team. We just need more DPS slash more actions per capita.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I talked to the other players, and I know Zero he should be able to make it on Sundays most of the time, so should be all good. Should be all good.
Yeah, if we move it to Sundays, it works. Obviously Sundays are weekends, and they're weekends that are also the Lord's Day. You go to church and stuff, so it's also even less active for those who
Mm-hmm.
need that.
Exactly. But
It'll
yeah,
just work.
no, we'll call it there for today. Good session, y'all. We'll be doing it same time, same place next week. You know how it is. I'm gonna wait on the whole map for your dungeon or for your guild until it's completed, so that we have everything in order for
Yeah.
that. Otherwise, there will be a dungeon for you guys. There may be a map for it, depending on how ambitious I'm feeling. For
Yeah.
whenever you guys are
Yeah.
ready
No.
for it.
We don't even. Dude, we function through a trial without
Yeah,
a
you don't
map.
need a map.
Like,
It
like
depends on
that's
if I'm feeling like it.
we're not spoiled. We're not spoiled, bro. I've played many a TTRPG. I think over the last 3 years without maps, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't even need them.
Yeah.
You just
Mm-hmm.
tell me the distance and tell me like the dimensions of the room. And that's all I need. My brain can do
Yeah.
some calculation. Sir DM, in terms of your posting of new folks joining up, obviously we haven't heard too much of that,
Mm-hmm.
but that's always on the table as
Yeah, for
well.
sure. For sure. I did remind everyone that they can join this campaign over on the Discord. I did remind them towards the beginning of the stream,
That's
which
cool.
I think we may have gotten one, but it was a background character. But that means it's someone joining a guild. So
Yeah, no, that's we're probably also going to look for employ once, more employ, from various folks after we get more of the bag, so to speak. Which, if everybody starts pulling their weight, we'll have the bag soon enough.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no,
Okay.
that's all for us today. We'll call that good. Very good session today. We'll hopefully see the dungeon. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Maybe a session or two. I don't see it taking more than two, so we'll be all good there. Just another
No,
reminder,
dude,
yeah,
I'm crushing it,
for
man.
anyone who's interested in joining as a background character, which means no speaking at all, but your character will show up and will most likely be a part of the guild. If not, they'll have like a decent part, so they'll show up every now and then in the campaign. You're
Yeah.
more than welcome to sign up for that. Otherwise, that's been all for us today. Take care, everyone. Hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at, and that's all we got for today. So I'll see you when I see you. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.